Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Gabriela Leskur. I'm the narrative and experience lead at Oxide Games.
Hi, I'm Mark, and I design games.
And we are here today to show you Ara History Untold.
I'm gonna click the button, and let's go.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's time.
It's coming. Yeah. So before we kind of jump into this, one of the things I like to say is this game's extremely difficult game to make. It took many years to make, and I'm thankful to Xbox Game Studios for giving us the space to do it. I'm super proud to be working with Oxide Games, Stardock Entertainment, and Pipeworks, helping us put this thing together and get it out the door. And really excited for all the people out there in chat and around the world who've been able to play the game for the first time.
Yeah, it's been an exciting day for sure. So we're so great to be here with you. And yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Let's get started.
Yeah, let's jump in there. All right, so we could probably spend a bajillion hours in the menus. We only got a couple hours. Hey, there's my guy. We will just go without sign-in.
There we go.
It's okay, so we're gonna play single player anyways.
Yeah, we're not multiplayering today.
But we could multiplayer, and when you pick up the game, jump into a multiplayer session, and we'll play with you later.
Yes, I really want to beat you, Mark. I really want us to play multiplayer later.
No problem.
Yeah.
You've got the skills that I wish I had.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
You know.
But for today, we'll play collaboratively together as opposed to against each other. Yeah, let's do a new game.
New game?
We were able.
Muhammad I, general and emperor, made the Songhai Empire into one of the largest empires in West African history.
See, when you choose a new leader, you get a little intro to their impact on history, and then you get to look here on the right-hand side of their unique leader traits, as well as some of their personality traits, and all of these work together to create different experiences for you, depending on which leader you choose.
Yeah, so with Askia, you're going to get a leader that you want to focus on like mines and stone pits, and you want to get materials for your nation. He can really boost his wealth, which I'm a big fan of.
Yes.
He focuses on the money, but then also he can build his production in his capital, and he can spread his religion across the nation. So his strength comes from the capital outwards. Great leader to choose if you want to build your nation upon wealth. Another great leader in that kind of category would be like Cesare.
Cesare Beccari,
He really
Italian activist, lawyer, and reformer of criminal law.
excellent leader if you want to work towards crafting books and crafting masterpieces using your weavers and your artisan studios. He is another leader that, through his fine arts and his love of nice things, he boosts the happiness and health through his citizens. Another different leader that you could play, or you could choose someone like Shaka,
Devastatingly successful military leader and first king of the Zulu.
Shaka is going to be great if you want to choose a militaristic strategy.
Right.
I think earlier today we did a stream. We played as Nefertiti,
Yeah,
and we
that was
focused
fun.
on farms and like nation boosting and stuff like that. Today, later today, let's try something a little bit different.
What are you thinking, Mark?
Well, we've got a couple leaders that we could highlight that would be pretty cool. Like we have Sejong, pretty cool leader.
Reformed the nation and invented the Korean alphabet.
Yeah, he's going to boost your city knowledge, and you're going to be able to unlock and research your technologies a lot faster. Again, work on masterpieces through your weavers. Great leader if you want to boost your nation's happiness and your research speed, right? And again, he's another leader that can boost the spread strength for his research or for his religion across the side of his nation. And the religion's going to lock a whole bunch of boosts for you as you move along.
So we have, our first poll for folks on Twitch, but definitely people on Steam. We're interested to hear your thoughts too. What do you look for when choosing a leader? So we're talking here a little bit about the historical impact that you get to hear about at the beginning. You have the different cultural heritage.
Empress Regent and first
Yeah, we saw her last time we were playing. So you have their cultural heritage, their historical impact, and then, of course, their coolness factor. Like, she really has, I think, one of the best outfits in the game. Like, I'm a big fan.
Yeah, with each one of these leaders, they all have the option if you pick up the deluxe or the
Premium edition.
premium editions, you'll be able to unlock the skins that come with them. And yeah, she's got a pretty cool outfit, right?
Yeah.
Same thing for Zhejiang. I think
Sejong the Great.
we should go with Zhejiang today.
That'd be great.
It's got the regal red. We could go with the very cool blue color.
Love that.
the
The green.
Yeah.
Okay, quick thing though, for people who are interested in like the deluxe and premium editions, one of the things that makes those different is the different types of leader like outfit and customizations you have. So let's maybe pop on to, what do you think? Maybe Ya Accentua? Can we
Where is
head over?
Ya at?
She's over in like the 4th row in the middle
Oh,
by
I thought you were gonna do
Hildegard.
that. I thought you were going to do the
Oh yeah, sorry, I should do this.
Look
Boop.
at that.
There she
Yeah,
is.
let's do Ya. Okay,
So
cool.
let's look at Ya. So Ya, for example, she has a really cool
Ya Accentua.
gilded or golden leader outfit,
Against the British.
and I believe that.
Good, that model.
Yeah, that's really cool. And then, let's look at Nefertiti's modern outfit, because we played Nefertiti earlier today, so just a sneak peek for those who haven't been here before.
Queen and Pharaoh of
Big
Egypt.
fan.
Yeah, this is the modern outfits, which are pretty cool, so you can imagine like what would Nefertiti be wearing today. So if you're interested in some of these different customizations on appearance, the deluxe edition and the premium edition have these, as well as bonus leaders.
Benito Juarez, lawyer, statesman, and 26th president of Mexico.
Great choice too.
He's also a solid choice if we went with Benito. If we run into tribes anywhere in the game,
Yeah.
they're initially going to be really kind of happy with us, and tribes can help us boost our nation very early. At 1 expert, cities are founded with an additional expert, which is like kind of a big boost,
That is actually pretty huge.
right?
I think next time I play, I might want to play as him.
Okay, but not today. We're going to do Benito
Yeah.
or we're going to do Zhejiang.
Let's do Sejong.
Okay, let's do it. I think this will be great. We need to concentrate on getting to masterpieces to make this possible, and we need to get to a weaver in order to kind of make it all happen, right? So we're gonna have to fly in order to get there.
Yeah. But
Sure?
let's do our best.
You wanna try?
So this is something to note with our leaders. They don't always have bonuses that happen right away. This is a longer game. There are 3 acts, and at different phases in history, their bonuses have different impacts. So masterpieces and weavers are things that maybe are more important later into gameplay. So don't make that discourage you from choosing a leader. You want someone who has strengths across all the acts. If you have one at the very beginning or like a really good strength for the end of the game, that can be okay. You just have to think about that ahead of time.
He's pretty strong since he does have the research bonus and he is efficient.
And
he
his
gets the
craft
crafting
production.
bonus.
Let's
That's
do it.
pretty good.
Let's
So
try
we'll go, plus he's got the really cool green outfit.
Yeah, he's got a really cool outfit.
All right, so next thing we'll do, we found our leader that we want to go with. We're going to play Viscount difficulty, which is basically the default difficulty. If you want to customize it, you totally customize the difficulty level. For you, you can customize the difficulty level per AI. We're not gonna play with the preset map. We're gonna generate a new map, procedurally generated, so that no 2 maps will ever be the same. You have various sizes you can choose from, various styles that you can choose from. We're just gonna leave it at twin continents. Large, which is pretty darn big.
Yeah.
We can randomize the seed. There's gonna be a million things to choose from. Raise the sea level, lower it, adjust the humidity.
The axial tilt is pretty fun. Actually, it can create really interesting challenges for you, like where the different parts of the equator and the different tilts might give you different configurations of bonuses and different types of biomes.
Yeah.
So not today, but in the future, I would love to play Jupiter sometime soon.
Yeah, like Earth, you'll get like a band of like healthy grasslands. What did we come up?
Ooh, what do you look for when choosing a leader? We have a tie between gameplay bonuses and coolness factor. Well, perfect, because Sejong has both.
Yeah.
He is both very cool and
powerful.
Yeah, and powerful.
Yeah, right
we love
on.
it.
Yeah, if you ever want to go into the nations and customize them individually, just go in here.
Oh yeah, because
Very easy to
there's some
do.
other really cool leaders that maybe you're not playing them, but you want to see them in your game. So like, for example, Wilma Mankiller, very cool person. Glad to see her in our game. I talked about Ya Accentua earlier. So you can also customize the people you're playing against when you're playing against AI,
Yeah.
which is fun.
Yeah, you can even change their
Oh yeah, you can even
appearance,
change their outfits.
which is pretty freaking
Yeah,
cool.
that's great.
Okay, so You know, there's a bunch of things that we can set up. We can spend hours in the menus.
But you're not here for that. You're here to play.
Just to know that you'll be able to set up a game. It'll be different every time. It's not like you're going to be the same map over and over and over again. Every leader's different in terms of what they can do. Sejong, we probably won't get to some of the coolest stuff he can do, but we're going to use his traits like innovative and efficient to maximize
and maybe if we put our first Paragon in for a masterpiece in the Great Hearth, like maybe...
Well, if I do it right this stream, I'll find someone that's good at books.
Yes.
Because the Great Hearth is good at books.
Step to knowledge. Wise Sejong the Great, you have taken the first step on the path to your nation becoming the cradle of wisdom and progress for the world. Under your sagacious rule,
that's a big word.
The shadows of ignorance from your people as they hunger for the truth.
This is, you can learn words in the game too.
Yeah, I feel smarter already.
As they embrace the gift of hunger, the key to unlocking the treasures of knowledge. Let your learned policies be the light that guides your nation towards a bright, informed future.
All right, now we're rolling.
Let's go.
All right, Sejong. All right. Our
We're
capital is Seoul. All right, that makes sense, right?
That does make sense. Ooh, what a great starting location. I love being on a coast.
Yeah, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. We've got a few resources around us that are helpful.
Yes,
we've got grapes.
Nice.
That helps us. We can get to wine. Plus, it's bonus food if we put farms on it. We've got rice. Rice is good for rice.
That's also very appropriate.
Right. And bonus food if we need it. Food's going to be great because it's going to help our cities grow a little bit faster. It's going to help and if our cities grow a little bit faster because our people have enough food in order to keep growing. And then lastly, out here in the ocean, looks like we have some shellfish.
Great. And those can get us more food. They can get us
some
precious stones or salt.
Yeah. And the option's up to you to choose what you want to go with. You might need the extra food. And then if you decide, okay, I've got plenty of food in my nation, I can switch it up and go for precious stones later. It's up to you when you need the resources and at what time, and you can adjust as you play. All right, so the city is idle, but before we go into the city, let's make a decision about what we're going to do with our scout. Scouts are basically the units that are going to take around the map. They're going to clear the fog. They're going to discover caches.
Right, and?
We don't see any on the map right now. And then there's some wilderness that could get in the way of your development that you could clear out with them. We don't see any of those either.
You might run into some predators, so bears, wolves, cougars, etc. So, oh yeah, just want to say, I just saw the question in the chat. There is UI scaling. So there is the option in the settings to scale the UI. So depending on, any needs that you have for your vision or how you're playing, you can do that.
Yeah, for sure. I think just for the stream here, we're trying to keep it big.
Yeah, keep it big and beautiful. But yes, you can, we'll be doing some zoom here, and then you can do UI scaling on your own.
Yeah, if you just want to zoom in on the birds.
Oh yeah, can we take a little rest moment?
Okay, great.
Okay, all right, we're back.
All right, there's our Great Hearth. Here's the city of Seoul. It's not quite what it could become. We know that it's going to turn out to be a powerhouse city in the world.
Right.
But right now it's level 1, and there's not a lot of people here. We just founded it. Let's see what we can do here. So we jump into the city screen. Up here on the upper left, we're going to see how we're growing, what tier we're at. When we get more people, more population, what we can do with them. We'll get extra claims so we can get more land. We'll be able to eventually gain experts, that sort of thing. Amenities, something that we can place in the city to make our people's quality of life go better.
Yeah.
We'll gain extra research so that we can unlock technologies. So as the city goes up and you gain more people and it levels up, better things happen for your nation and you're succeeding.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things that is unique about the game is our prestige system. So you accumulate prestige points over time, and one really important way of doing this is making sure that your citizens are happy. It's not just about making your nation have renown, but you also need to make sure, like, are your citizens happy? Are they healthy? Are they well fed? Do they have access to education, to wealth, to security? All of these things matter.
Yeah. All right, so one of the first things that we need to do in our capital is decide what our first project's going to be. Before we jump into the first project, let's look at the Great Hearth, which is the first building that's built here, and see what it's doing. First, right off the bat, it's already kicking out a bunch of wealth for our nation. It also provides a little bit of food, a little bit of timber, and a little bit of materials for us. So it's a really important building. We don't want to lose it. We don't want to let another nation capture it because that's how we'd lose the game. We need to protect it. One extra thing that it does for us, which is really powerful, is it crafts. And right away, it's already crafting a feast. But we're going to have to wait 39 turns for it to get this feast. Unless we boost it. When we do get this feast, it's going to be an amenity that boosts the
Quality of life.
Quality of life for our people. It's going to increase the speed at which our city grows, give a little bit of extra food, and we'll get some happiness out of it. So we want this, and we want it as soon as possible.
Yeah, we do. And so I would definitely recommend accelerating production by putting in some ingredients in there. So yeah, I got to put food in your feast, but actually we don't have as much food, so maybe we can speed it up by paying.
Money. Yeah. We can buy the food.
We can buy food.
Yeah, we've only got +1 food right now, so we might as well throw a little bit of money in it.
This is true to life. I often buy food when I don't have a lot of time.
There you go. Yeah, just go to the grocery store, pick it up. So now we go down to 8 turns. We could boost it a little bit more. For only 2, we can get it down to 6 turns from 8 turns.
I think that's good for now.
Yeah, I mean, if we did the last one, it'll probably go to 5. I think we've done it a couple times. But for 5 wealth, it's not worth it. So we'll just let that go. We'll produce 1 feast, and then we will move on with the Great Hearth.
And let's select our first project, Mark. I think it's time.
Yeah, let's do it. So first project's always a great kind of debate starter.
Oh yeah, let's
Which way do you
ask
like
the
to go?
chat.
Yeah.
All right, so first projects. What is the best for first projects? So we often consider farms, workshops, units or specialists, or special projects. What do you like to do when you're playing, Mark? What do you most likely choose for your first project?
So farms are going to give us food. And with food, we can feed more people, and with more people, we gain population. Workshop's going to give us things that we can craft for our people, tools, we can craft wheels, we can craft plows for our farms to make them more efficient. There's something that's a little bit higher order, so once we do have farms, we can make things for the farms to make them better. That would be kind of a second order item for me. We already have a scout, so this would be like scout ×2.
Right.
Would love to craft a settler, but we don't have the resources for him yet. We need a little bit more food for it. And then we have a unit like a spearman. If we were right next to another nation and that nation was hostile, let's say we ran into Shaka, I'd be like, okay, we need to craft some spearmen.
Yeah, I agree.
But, so we don't need the spearman, we don't really need the scout. We'd like to get a workshop, but not right now. Dwelling lets our city grow past tier 5. It's at tier 5 right now.
So we don't need to worry too much about a dwelling, and that's part of why I don't know if we'll do a poll sometime soon. But I often do not recommend dwellings on the first few turns.
Farm it is.
Yeah, farm it is. Let's get some food. Yeah, everyone's agreeing. You got to have food.
Got to have food. Everyone needs to eat.
I just ate, but I'm hungry again.
Man, you know what? I just hope we find coffee.
That's very important.
Coffee keeps us going. We've been streaming for
Thank you to everyone who brought us coffee.
15, 16 hours in my head. It's only been like 5 minutes, but whatever.
I'm excited to play again, though.
Yeah, I mean, we're playing with a different leader. I don't know how many times I've actually played.
I've never played as Sejong before, so I'm actually really excited to see
what happens. Yeah, I don't know if we'll fail, but if we do, it's definitely mine.
If we fail, we learn from failure, and this is true. With these types of games, you're not going to be the best the first time you play, and that's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
That's okay. It's okay to learn along the way. You know. Ooh.
We found goats.
Will you zoom in on the goats?
Yeah, let's zoom in on the goats. So we have goats.
Oh, they're so cute.
Goats are great.
They're so cute, and they respond to our cursors, which is so fun. He's jumping. Wow, that goat is.
So they'll move away from my cursor, but then if I get one on screen, it'll sit there and jump around. And the
thing around.
The thing that's great about our game is that goats are. In the living world, they're reactive and they're playful and they're part of the world and they're part of the simulation, but they're also a legit part of the game and they're meaningful. So if we settle here and we take this land for one of our cities and we put a farm on top of it, we get to choose between providing wool or we even provide goats for meat or whatever. So they're a powerful resource. We want them and we want to be able to grab these resources for our nation.
Ooh, white-tailed deer. Can we go do a little zoom in on those?
Yeah, I think the deer are just chilling.
They're so cute.
Look at that, walking around.
Look at how playful they are. Hello, little goat. Look at that one goat. That goat is on a mission.
You're kind of gonna it's kind of like a sniper view right now.
Hey,
You're
no, these goats are our friends. Unless, I mean, I'm pretty sure
aim
you
right.
can harvest them.
Oh yeah, he's just shaking his head back and forth. He does not want to be touched with the mouse.
I understand.
All right.
That. I understand. We got to respect their boundaries. You know, they're communicating their needs to us.
That's right.
So we have our scout. We have
scouting. I'm gonna
we're
scout some more.
So we've found more resources: the white-tailed deer, the goats, the grapes, rice. Lots of rice. Wow, this is a very fertile starting place.
Yeah,
we
we're
are
in a
lucky.
great band. It's like the band, like when we talk about like the axial tilt.
Art.
We're at the part
Amazing.
right now where like this band is like grasslands, very fertile area. If you're ever wondering like, hey, what do you mean by fertile, Mark? What are you talking about?
Yeah, what do you mean by
You can go here and you could jump up here and look at not the advisors, the regions, and you could pop in each one of them and it will give you a readout about what each one of the regions has resource yield wise. You could do it this way, or if you don't want to do it that way, you can come down here to our
overlays, and that's what I like to do, honestly, is
turn the
turn on
overlay
the
on.
yields.
and leave them up,
Yeah.
right? Some people are going to play this way for the purposes of the stream. I could pretty much look at the biome and go, I can tell you that that's going to be a fertile area. It's going to have a lot of food. It won't have a lot of timber. And then when we come over, so that's a grassland, you come over here to where it's like a temperate forest, you know there's going to be a lot of timber, and there's not going to be a lot of food. And you should be able to kind of tell that at a glance, but if you want the yields to be up, awesome. You've got that information. For me, I'm going to turn them off.
Maybe if we close the region panel, let's give our attention to this really cool glowing thing at the bottom right. Is it technology time?
It's technology time.
It's technology time.
All right, so one of the great things about Aura is that our tech system is completely different. It's definitely the backbone of our game and how you get through the game and how it's structured. And what's important is that right now, we're turn 2. We're in ancient history.
Right.
Ancient history has a basket of technologies that we could select from. Once we select enough of the technologies, 5 technologies to be exact, we can select the capstone technology, the air catalyst, which is bronze working. If we select bronze working, we can go on to the Bronze Age, and any technology that we didn't select from ancient history, we're going to leave behind.
Yeah.
So it's up to you as a player. You can select all of these and then move on to bronze working, or you can select just 5 of those that work for your strategy and then move on. It's up to you to decide what you're going to select.
I think the biggest point of strategy is what you choose first. And second, like the order in which you choose to research these is huge because it gives you a leg up on what you can build, what you can harvest. And if you know that you're going to focus on a more of a military approach, or you know you're going to focus on docks and waterway trade, you might want to choose rope making first, or if you're thinking more military, right, archery first. So it's really based on your strategy, not just in do you go to the next era, like going into the Bronze Age, but what are you choosing the order of these texts?
Yeah, so like I said, we're in ancient history, right? And let me show you how kind of that fits into the rest of the game. So we're in Act 1, we're in ancient history, we need to select 5 technologies before we can move on to the Bronze Age, right? Once we get through the Bronze Age, we move on to the Iron Age. Once you move through the Iron Age, you move on to the Antiquities. And at the end of the Antiquities is the end of Act 1. At the end of Act 1, all of the leaders for the nations are basically measured, the amount of prestige that they have versus one another. And for the ones that are at the top, great, you're heralded. And for the ones at the bottom,
lost to time.
Lost to time. You don't want to be lost to time. So as we move through there, let's make some good decisions. Be prestigious, take care of our people.
And it's fun to kind of like sneak into the future, like look at some of the cool texts that are coming up.
Yeah.
That can also help you make the decision on whether or not you want to rush into the Bronze Age or take your time in whatever technology age you're in.
Yeah, so like if we get through, let's say we get through Act 1, we're not going to be able to do that on the stream, but as you're playing, you get into Act 2, there's 4 more eras here, and then as you get into Act 3, there's the last 4 eras. And you can start to cruise. There's only 3 research items per, and there's a lot of options for you to choose. So you can really start to accelerate where you're at, eventually making your way to Armored Colossus so that you can unlock the combat mecha, or getting to the CRISPR technology so you can unlock the medical lab, or gene therapy.
Yeah.
Just some of the cooler things that you can unlock later in the game. Right now, we're
all in Act 1.
So let's
get back to it. Let's see what we've got. So what we're gonna choose. I'm in between. I'm thinking between animal husbandry because we have both the goats and the white-tailed deer. So in order to harvest those, we might want animal husbandry.
Yep.
Or if we want to get started looking at our rope making to take advantage of some of these coastal regions, that's what I'm starting to think about.
Well, if we can get the goats are going to give us a couple of options. So if we can get the wool will give us the material we need for rope. So that's like...
That makes rope go faster.
Yeah, that's 2 regions away. We're going to go through wine or grapes in order to get there.
To get wine.
Grapes can give us wine, but they'll give us boosted food. And we don't need to do anything to unlock that. We could get to rope making with it. I'm not really sure. Do you want to go grain storage, animal husbandry, knock that out right off the bat?
Yeah, let's do animal husbandry.
Yeah,
right there.
All right, let's go. We're going to do animal husbandry. There's a great reason for it. Goats give us the ability to both make cured meats, but also any animal we run into, we're going to be able to kind of enable.
Now we'll be able to know what to do with them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So we have some really good questions in the chat I want to take a moment to respond to.
Do it. I went next turn.
So we have one question from Arctic M77. How long on a typical time frame will it take to get to the end of Act 1? And then another question about actual playtime. So it really depends on how you structure your map and your gameplay at the start. You can have short, medium, long, etc. playtimes. I believe we're on a long playtime right now for our game. So on this current time scale, I'd say it'd take between 100 and 120 turns to go to the end of Act 1. Would you say that's accurate?
Yeah, I think so. And it's funny, like the more you play it, you'll probably adjust based on kind of the game that you're playing. On a large map.
Right.
I think things will take longer.
Yeah.
On a shorter, smaller map with less players, you can make it go a lot faster.
Yeah, and that's within your own like settings and customizations. So if we're talking about the game we're starting right now, we're on a long game, we're on a good sized map. I feel like this could take probably like 8+ hours. Would you agree?
Oh yeah. I mean, each game session, some of them can go as short as 5, especially if you adjust the difficulty. One of the recommendations I get from one of the testers I work with, Ben, and his recommendation is to play on Viscount or Earl as the player, and then take the AI and adjust the AI's difficulty up, and then you get this nice balance where the AI becomes really, really tougher, and they're trying to advance faster through the eras than you are, and you've got just enough challenge there where you don't feel like you're kind of overwhelmed.
Yeah.
But it speeds the game up by like 150 turns.
Oh, that's good to know.
It's so much adjustment.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Right now we've got it kind of preset for you so that you can have a great experience just playing through it. And I think you play through it like 2 or 3 times, and fans of the genre, you're going to customize your games, and you're going to be able to make that kind of game to your liking, even the challenge to your liking.
Yeah. That's really interesting. I've actually never done that before. I often just like go on the higher difficulty level for myself. So I'm looking forward to trying that out.
Yeah, the reason why you do it is you're not taking the negatives that you get when you go to the higher difficulty for yourself.
I like the negatives. I like to be challenged. I like to impress myself with my might.
Yeah, well, you're smart, right?
Yeah,
so
thank
like
you.
We run into a couple of new things. I was
when
just
the music changed, did you hear that? It went doo 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 doo.
Yeah, Michael did a really good job here. So like, we're coming over here. I'm going to collect this equipment cache. This is something that only the scout can do.
Right.
And then we ran into our first kind of predator. And the predator is like guarding this resource here that we can't get to. Even if we took this region, we wouldn't be able to get it because it's blocking the use of this barley.
Right.
So we're going to have to clear these wolves out in order to get to this barley. And then, like, again, the predators aren't just a cool icon on the map. They're literally rolling around, terrorizing people as they walk through the neighborhood, right?
The true terror. Terror. So yeah, will you hover over that wolf? So maybe after we get our caches, we actually want to hunt the wolf. So if you look at that, it has basically one turn required to hunt it, and it's a danger level of 2. So as you're playing, keep in mind and watch out for all these different predators and look to see what their danger level is, because if they're a higher danger level, there's a greater probability that your unit could perish if you're not careful.
High danger is damage or potential for damage. Hunts required is the number of times you have to hunt it. All right, so I'm going to go to the next turn. We made it to turn 5.
We're gonna move our, so we uncovered some stuff at that ruin. We found a cache of supplies, and it included 1 plow. So we can actually go and put that plow in our farm if we wanted to.
Yeah, I think, did the
Is our farm done?
finish
Or did I get excited?
I thought
They're still building the farm. I got ahead of myself.
Yeah, we could do.
I got ahead. Oh, this is Mark's favorite thing, everybody.
So like, I don't want to wait for the farm to be done.
He is so impatient.
In the middle of the stream, I'm like, I'm not gonna wait.
Impatience is a virtue because we don't have a lot of time.
If you make enough wealth, use the wealth to speed up things, right? You can speed up your production.
Yes.
Of
Throw money at it.
Yeah, of your crafted items, you can speed up the rate at which the farm gets done. So if you throw enough money at it, they can get you the farm not in 3 turns, but in 1 turn.
Yes.
Which is great. And then
do it.
Just like anything else in our game, we have a simultaneous turns game. If I wanted to, this action doesn't take place until I hit the end turn button. I could refund the money. I could take back my action.
Yeah.
I'm not going to.
No.
But I could also say, you know, I have this scout. Say I move him down here. I don't want to do that. I fat fingered that move.
And you can go to your bottom right and you'll see there's a little finger, and that's your orders panel, so you can X that out, and now the scout will not be moving.
Right.
I think we should have our scout hunt the wolf. Do you agree?
I agree. I agree. The wolf's not like, normally I would say skip, you know, hunting the predators with your scouts and have them clear the map. But right now, there's nothing else going.
Right, let's do it.
So let's get up there.
Yeah.
Now that we got that plow and we got a farm in 1 turn, next turn we'll make sure to get that plow slotted. Oh, look at that. The farm's done. Let's zoom in on it. Just a regular farm. Still beautiful, but you see everybody working.
Yeah, it's nice to see your little guys doing the work.
Yeah, the world's going to adjust to show kind of it's going to always reflect the choices you made.
And we can put the plow in now.
Yeah, I'm going to add it to the supply slot here. Plows are going to boost harvest production for the farm. And now I'm going to be producing a lot more food in this farm than I would have before. And because I put it into a region that had a really high yield for food, we're going to get about 2, almost 3 food a turn.
Yeah.
Which is pretty awesome for
great.
like a turn 5 or turn 6 farm, right?
That's going pretty well. Oh, and our next project.
Yeah, now it's time to select another project.
Yeah, so in our last poll, did we bring that up, asking people what they wanted for their first one? I think a lot of people said farm.
Yeah, we went farm first, so we got that out of the way.
Yeah.
Did we do anything different for, what's the next highest one?
I'm trying to remember.
Because I would say,
Workshop?
I'm always going to say workshop, because workshop's where we start our crafting and really get into that. Again, we don't have a threat.
Yeah, we haven't run into anyone who seems to be mad at us.
Yeah, don't need the money.
And we don't, we're doing fine on
Not
cash.
enough food yet for another settler.
No, I know you love to do the settlers, but we don't really need it right now. So
And I can't, I have to put it on the coast.
But you know what, we're gonna be okay. We've got lots of coast.
One of the cool things too when you like do projects and stuff like that is you can kind of get this preview of where it's going to go. Let me reselect the project, and you can like select the zone you want it to go, and then you can highlight the project, and it will give you a different preview of what that looks like in that space.
If you zoom in a little bit, you can actually like see it a little bit more. So yeah, if you're like really interested in the aesthetic quality of your city, this is like a little bit of a city builder aspect, right?
Yeah.
You can make decisions based on what it'll look like, which is cool.
All right, we're gonna go back to the map. We got a workshop coming.
We're good. I think we next turn it.
Plows there.
Don't be afraid to next turn button, more frequently.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the game, like you're just getting started, you're getting moving, you're getting grooving. It's okay to click it a few times.
Yeah, and if you're always if you're worried that you might be missing something, we have our notifications here. The not as important, but notifications that you need to know that stuff's going on, go over here. And then the ones that will block you, there's the ones that you absolutely need to deal with, and we won't let you go to the next turn until you click those.
So those are our urgent notifications.
Yeah.
So for example, craft or idle is an urgent notification. It's letting you know, hey, you really should, do something with this before you move on.
Our hunters got injured. We cleared the predators out of the way.
Ooh, there was barley underneath. I forgot about that.
And while we removed the predators, we got 1 fur and 5 food. So
and there's a meteorite in the distance. That's cool.
Super rare. Really useful if we can get there and we could put like a stone pit on top of it. Stone pit's going to be like a Bronze Era or Bronze Age.
What is it getting us? What is that middle one right now? Is that what type of stone? Precious metal. Precious metal. Ooh.
In what's we got to go to the
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So my precious is there. We have our scout here. Looks like there's a tribe up this way. I'm going to head near them, but not...
Let's hover over that banner to see how they feel about us.
Yeah.
So unfriendly, but they're not like super angry at us. If you also hover over this spearman unit over here, you can see... Okay, so, we probably
He's fortified right now. He's just defending. He's not like giving kind of an offensive stance towards us. He's just making sure that nobody comes and messes with the tribe.
Okay, yeah, and we probably want to try to improve. I like to try to improve my relationship with tribes, because if you get to that highest threshold of a relationship, they will join your nation and you get a boost of population, and you can then claim that region. So I prefer to be friendly with tribes when I meet them.
And the way that we improve our relationship with them, they will send us some goals they'll say things like, hey, it would be great if, or can you decide on this? And as you make those decisions, you can improve your
diplomatic relationships.
Yeah, exactly. Words.
I got you.
Thank you.
We help each other. We finish each other's sentences.
Yeah. All right, cool. Crafter, we're going to head down here. It was just something that we needed to deal with. We've already produced one feast. So let's take that feast and put it in our amenity slot.
Oh yeah, we have a question about how many times you've beaten the game on highest difficulty. What's the highest difficulty you've gotten to, Mark?
Duke.
Okay, I think I've beaten the game on Grand Duke. We do have different people in our office who have played at the very highest difficulty level. We were trying to release the game, so I stuck with Grand Duke, but I was proud of myself for winning on Grand Duke.
Dude, that's impressive.
Thank you.
I mean, just anytime you get through a game like this, I think you feel very accomplished, because it is a long investment that you stick with. You probably could do it in a day if you really were, but you're usually going to spend a couple of days doing it, and then when you get done with it, you're like, okay, next time I'm going to do this.
Right. Yeah. It does help to be able to play it a few times.
Yeah, and then pro tip for people who are playing at work and they don't want to get caught. Alt F4 is your friend.
Oh yeah, Mark.
that is the
nice thing about being game
Windows
dev
app.
is when you're playing games at work, it's sometimes your job.
Yeah, and for all the bosses that you have probably playing this today anyways, they can all their meetings.
That's true.
So, okay, I'm going to put a feast in the amenities slot, and we're going to get boosted city growth.
Oh yeah, let's look at that.
We're going to get extra food, and we're going to get plus 10 city happiness. City growth's great, because then I'll go from a level 1 city or a tier 1 city to a level 2 city. We'll get all the extra stuff that comes with it.
And let's hover over our city real quick to see what that means, like the city growth area over here. The tooltip for here is quite nice. So it tells you okay, this is your tier, and then this is the population you need. You need 500, and then these are all the things that are going to be unlocked for you.
Yeah, so you know what's coming ahead of time before you do it, and why you're trying to achieve that goal. You know your population's going up. You want to try to boost that green number as much as possible. Don't want it to be in the red. Want to have enough food for them. We're going to put the feast in there, and you're going to watch these numbers adjust. And then I'm going to ask Gabs to do some confetti to really spruce this up.
Oh, we love the confetti. All right. When are we doing it?
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, I'm going to put a feast in.
Boop, boop,
there it is.
Boop, boop.
There it is.
Yay!
All right, so but
confetti.
Hey, we really spruce this up. But what happens is the happiness goes up, the production for the city goes way up.
Yeah.
I'm a nerd. I'm so happy that I'm going to make things faster. That workshop's going to take less time. The number of turns it takes for the city to grow, less.
Yeah.
It's going to go faster. So that was a huge thing that we did. And now we need
to get you a shirt that says "Go faster."
Confetti.
Confetti. That's our favorite thing. Okay, so yes, what amenity would you look for as a citizen? Feast, wine, jewelry, shoes.
Dude, wine is.
Wine is in the lead.
We got to keep that in mind with the grapes.
I'm hungry, so I think I would like a feast.
Well, once we get to a fermenting pit, we get the grapes, we will do wine. And that should be a goal for this stream.
Okay, and you know what?
Got to get to wine.
Everyone watching at home, you can have multiple amenities. You can give your people wine
and feasts,
shoes,
and shoes.
No one wants jewelry.
Nobody wants jewelry. Jewelry's pretty powerful, though. Jewelry makes.
Ooh, especially these ones that I'm wearing today.
Yeah, they're definitely. Prosperity, that'll get you extra money from your taxes, and then happiness, again, boosts the production levels for it.
Okay.
All right, so we talked.
Yeah, we got excited.
I don't think we have anything that we can supply just yet, but that's what we're going to do next when we get our workshop built. We're going to put something so we can add some supplies.
All right.
Okay, enough of the city builder.
Next turn.
Are we ready to go next turn?
Yeah.
Ooh, let's go over here and see what happens with this tribe. Anything?
Well, not
Nope.
yet. In time.
It's only turn 8. They're probably just, kind of hanging out.
Nighttime owl, you're correct. Jewelry is good for trade.
Very good for
Well
trade.
said. Yes, you can.
You know what's not good for trade?
Pots.
Pottery.
Pottery is not well received.
they don't
Just
really care
imagine
about pots.
you are a nation's leader, and you meet me and Mark, and we just walk up to you and be like, "Oh,
Hey,
hey,
want some
buddy,
pots?
here's a pot."
Hey,
Yeah, jewelry is a good thing for diplomacy.
Leaders look at you like, no.
Okay, I'm going to ask you not to rush.
I won't do it. I'll wait.
Okay.
I'll wait until it gets cheaper because right now, 84 is a lot. That'll use
Yeah,
all
that's
my
a lot.
wealth. It's
Yeah, we need it.
irresponsible. I don't want to just blow the budget right now. Let's go to next turn.
Next turn. Wait, confetti?
Dun, 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 dun.
Boop, 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 boop,
Look at
boop,
that.
boop.
That.
All right.
It's even dimensional. So what's cool is we just completed animal husbandry. We got a little bit of prestige from it. Now we can do the plow recipe. We can
Yes.
craft
Cured meats.
cured meats at the butcher shop, but we got to build the butcher shop first. And we need to get some meat so that we can cure it.
You know, I wonder if this playthrough, last time when we played, we streamed this morning, and we tried to work towards Stonehenge.
I'm not asking. We're going to wine.
Well, oh yeah, we're going to wine. But you
I'm
know
not
what I think would
asking.
be fun this playthrough is
Boom,
if
we're
we
going to
worked
farm.
on making a butcher shop, making
some
a
meat?
fermenting pit. Like,
Yeah,
let's
let's do
do a
some
feast
crafting.
theme.
Yeah, I
Like,
like it.
let's make ourselves a hearty meal.
Hearty meal? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm working on it. I've got the wine part going.
Yeah.
We need to get to these grapes. We need to get to that goat.
Yes.
I mean, we got to get the meat
Red
from somewhere.
Oh no. Baby goat. Someone did post in chat earlier, they're like, we ate the animals. I mean, we do eat the animals.
I mean, it
That is
does
where
happen
meat
in the
comes
world.
from.
It's
It is
happened
unfortunate, but it is
throughout
true.
history.
Yeah,
There's been a lot-
throughout history.
There's been a lot of meat eating.
Yeah, that is true. Okay.
The other thing that's happened is cities have gotten bigger because
Yes.
they've been eating and they need new places to settle. So we got to
Yes, and we have a new claim, which means we get to expand our capital, which is exciting.
Yeah, and we could talk about like what goes into expanding our capital.
Yeah.
Each one of these areas is a region, and the region has a number of zones here. So like the number of zones of where you can build your improvements.
Right.
We also have our resources that are special natural resources that are on the map that you would put things like a farm in order to get rice plus the food that comes from the region.
Right.
Any region that has a high food yield is a great place to build a farm. Any region that has a high timber yield is a great
Right.
place to build a logging camp. Any place that has high monies is a great place to put any improvement because you'll get the money for it. It's just,
Right.
if you claim each one of these regions, the region itself will give you its yield, and then based on its yield, it will modify the
Right.
numbers that come from the improvement that you put there.
So there's like that passive yield that you get, like base, like that's what Mark is kind of highlighting here. And then there's the additional boost to that yield that you can do by building different improvements. And sometimes building multiple improvements of a certain type will boost production in that region.
Yeah, this is a great region. I think we should do it.
Because we want to build, okay,
We
question for
want to
you.
get to wine. We want to get to grapes. We want to get to that bonus food.
Is there a reason why we're not choosing Jeonju?
Yes,
Why?
because I want the additional materials and I want the additional wealth.
Coin.
Right? The only
Okay.
thing that's like the drawback is I have one less zone, but it's
Yeah.
okay. Early
Alright.
on, I want to get to this stuff, the freebies early.
No, you're right.
I'll take that one.
I respect what you're saying.
Okay. I make all the wrong decisions. You make all the right decisions,
Yeah.
right? We already established
Yeah,
that.
we did.
right?
We
Yeah,
established this on the earlier.
All right. Perfect. All right, so I'm going to do that. Can I rush the workshop yet?
No.
Only 27.
Oh, what? Why do we need to rush it? Just because you feel it in your bones? The desire?
Well,
rush it?
here's why I was thinking that.
Okay.
We will claim the region the next turn. At the same turn that this workshop gets done,
We can build something there?
I could build the farm right on the.
If it makes you happy, let's do it.
Yes.
This is
Spend
very
money.
easy.
Woo!
I think we're like establishing personas. Like, you are always going to be spending money, and I'm thrifty. I'm like, save the coin, save the coin.
No, you earn it to burn it, baby. Burn it to burn it. All right, we're headed here to get to this
Okay.
resource cache. It's the next turn. There's a couple of things that. Do you want to try to see the bears? You want to see if we can get in on those bears?
Yeah. Will
Wanna
it
go
really
see if
quick
the-
zoom in on the
Do
bears?
you think it's just a bear? Do you think it's just the?
Because sometimes there's a mama and a baby bear.
We always want to.
People in the chat don't want us to zoom in too much.
Sorry.
Kids these days. But the zooming is fun, all right? Give us our fun. We'll do it very quickly.
We just want to see.
We just want to see if there's a baby bear. I hear the bear, but I don't see them. Are they hiding from us? Which
I
would be
don't know.
smart.
I can't see
Maybe we
it.
have to come back later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thrifty is a
Thank
sound
you.
strategy.
Thrifty is a sound strategy.
I'm looking for. Oh wait! Oh, to the left.
Oh, where is it?
Right here. Right here.
The bear?
Yeah. There should be like we should.
Oh, there it is.
There's the
They're
baby.
hiding from us. Oh!
Okay, that decides if we're gonna actually do anything with this
Yeah.
with this wilderness. We will not.
Mark will not kill baby bears.
That will not
He
happen
refuses.
ever.
That's also like
I will
a
keep
fact.
the bear around until Act 3. Hopefully, we can do something later with the bear later in the game.
Oh, thank you, the Cockney Charmer. Yes.
We will not. That is. The bears are protected. We will keep them alive.
Yes. So
will
we
start
are
wars
we
to
are
protect
not
that bear.
fighting those bears. The bears are going to stay forever because baby bears are cute.
Okay.
People are really okay. Yeah. Let's
City's idle.
I'm back. I'm back.
Bears
All right.
are cute.
What are we going to do?
Okay, so we've just the strat here. I was like, I want to get this at
Wine.
the same time.
Let's put a farm
Could
on
go
it.
settlers.
I don't think we need to.
We're not trying to win the game in the first turn. So like right now, let's get our farm.
Yeah, because we.
We want to get to wine.
Ooh, yeah, we have a good question in the Ara History Untold chat. Do you prefer playing with many cities or with a few large ones?
Ooh, great question.
What's your opinion?
It depends on like how good you are at the game. Some leaders are and that's like total. I'm being an idiot, but like the idea is that if you have more cities, you have more capabilities, but you have more things that you have to manage.
That's true.
And with more cities, that means you have to manage. You know, we've talked about the quality of life.
Mm-hmm.
If you are managing lots of different cities and
Right.
all of their quality of life, it's very difficult to keep them all up at the same time. And if you can't keep the quality of life high all at the same time,
Yeah.
you're not producing the boosted prestige that you get from quality of life. See how I'm getting 2 a turn? I'm
Yeah.
getting 2 prestige a turn, just great, right out of the bat. If I have a lot of cities, that's hard to do because one city can pull down the average quality of life
Right.
for everybody.
Right.
One city, all I have to do is focus on that quality of life for that one city, keep it way up, and then I can really min-max the prestige. So you have to balance it out. How many is enough
Right.
versus how many is too little?
Yeah, I think that recently I had been playing because I'm still learning my best strategies too. I used to be big on like settling to as many cities as possible, but I've started to get into the mode of maybe just 2 or 3, and just really focusing on optimizing those, especially in the early game, like focusing on your cities that you have and investing in their production.
Yeah, that's a fantastic question. I don't think there's the best part of it is I don't think there's a right answer. Some leaders you're going to want to
That's
just
true.
lots of cities, get to start to build your empire as much as possible, get your production capabilities up, build lots of units, build units in cities with high production, and then draft those units and assemble those units in cities
Yeah.
with high security. And then some leaders are going to be like everything's about their capital, and you're going to want to just keep that capital city
That's true.
and really not try to extend too far out. So here we go. We got our first workshop.
Oh, exciting!
Now we can start
love
crafting.
Crafting things. I'm a big crafter. So we can make a plow, which will optimize our farms. We can make some lithic tools.
I skipped over. We got baskets.
Baskets are an amenity, so you can use them to buff city production. If you scroll on that tooltip, I think they do some more too, really quick.
Oop.
Boop. If you scroll into it, yes. So as an amenity, baskets give you prosperity, which means you get more money from taxes, and then city production, and then they can also be used as a supply.
And then lithic tools.
Yeah, those are really, honestly, they're great as supplies.
They're
but
basically
also,
used as a supply everywhere.
Yeah,
right?
and they're really great at helping you build some of the earlier triumphs in the game. So triumphs are these architectural marvels that you try to build before other people, and you get prestige bonuses from doing so. So they're used to build the Great Pyramid of Giza, Stonehenge, and the Hanging Gardens. So I find this to be a good place to invest, lithic tools especially, because they can be used to boost your workshops. What do
Yeah.
you think, Mark?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny, is that like the first thing that you could build is lithic tools, and you could use it as a supply to boost the workshop that builds the lithic tools, right? So like you have a tool shop, and they're like, hey, we can make the tools better here. Like, oh, that's a good idea. We should do that, right?
Yeah.
So I definitely think tools is the way to go. And rather than just let it sit here, we've got a pretty good, we're not pulling in a ton of timber, but we do have some materials, so we can boost it a little bit with the materials.
Would we like to boost it with wealth or with?
We're getting 7 a turn. We could.
Yeah.
We'll get 1 every 5 turns if I just boost it with materials. If I boost it with wealth and materials, 1 every 3 turns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
All right, let's do it.
Also, just chuckling in the chat. Apparently, this one of our
Cockney
watchers-
Charmer.
Yeah, I've always thought my future life partner would be a thrifty crafter with their own vineyard. Well, perhaps you just need
Welcome
to
to
find
the
someone.
best game ever.
There you go. I mean, anyone who's owning a vineyard,
Welcome to your
that's
future
very
game partner.
Parent Trap. Ooh, kill them all. You know what? We'll consider it.
Well, I've got the leader for you. Let me tell you.
Oh yeah, there are some leaders that are really well optimized towards military approaches to the game.
And it's funny because when you run into him, you're like, okay, we need to build some military.
Yes, and in multiplayer, I have a coworker who always goes aggro on all of us, so we then gang up against them. So be mindful that you can take the approach of being a warmonger, but it does cost you, like literally does cost you prestige to declare war. And you have to be careful because if you lose, you could lose prestige, or you could lose the friendship of your coworkers if you keep.
You won't. It's okay.
No, yeah.
You can just play the
Parth,
next
you,
game.
You
and
rock,
be
even though you keep declaring war on me in the office. Okay, so yeah,
Nothing going on in Seoul.
Nothing going on, so let's next turn it.
Yeah. Keep going. We're
Right.
getting to our. So we really.
Ooh, we've really opened up the map, and there are a lot of predators over here.
Tons of bears. We have some tigers.
Let's like zoom in on that.
Yeah,
That
3
looks-
hunts, 5 danger. I think if I used my scout to hunt the
Yeah.
tiger, I'd probably die, right? The scout would probably get murdered.
Yeah,
by the
I mean,
tigers.
and that's like where it might be useful to build a spearman to fight some of these for you.
Yeah. Yeah, we're getting to the point where hopefully we can meet another nation. We're playing on a gigantic map, right? We're playing on large, and you can see that like we've uncovered quite a bit of the map. Still haven't run into another nation. There's plenty of space here. We have run into, one tribe. They haven't contacted us yet, maybe because it's just kind of early. And we're kind of wandering around. Now, if I don't want to manage my scout anymore, I can just go, you know what?
Auto explore.
Go ahead and auto explore. I want
trust
you to
you.
do the thing on your own. If
This
you run
is a
into
very good piece
cache,
of advice for managers.
Yeah.
Trust your employees.
Yeah.
Let them auto explore.
The scout will tell
The
you.
scout knows its needs. The scout is more of an expert in
Yeah.
scouting than I am.
Yeah, we're 13 turns in. We'll go to the 14th turn. We'll keep seeing hey, has anything changed? The scout's uncovering a little bit more stuff.
Yeah.
We still haven't met another nation. We've got 1 more turn until we produce some grapes.
Yay.
And then in Seoul, we're waiting a few turns and
build a farm.
the farm's 1 more turn. So we're up. Boom, there it is.
Oh,
At the same time,
fine.
we can make wine, 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 wine. It's almost wine 30.
Wine 30.
Almost wine 30. And on, release day, it's totally appropriate,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
I have a feeling there's wine in our
Celebratory.
future. Yeah.
Celebratory wine.
But the wine is not just we can't just, build it anywhere.
No, you need to get a fermenting pit.
We need a fermenting pit so that we can craft the wine. And in order to build the fermenting pit, we need grapes.
But luckily, we will passively get some grapes from claiming that region. So in 2 turns, we'll be able to build our fermenting pit.
Yeah, the farm is taking care of the grapes for us. If we had another plow, which I don't think we do, but if we had maybe some, we don't have any fertilizer yet. But
No, that's a future thing.
future thing. So we'll just wait. We'll wait on 1 every 2 turns. We're gonna have a lot of grapes here in a little
Yeah,
bit.
I'm excited.
All right.
Okay, next project time.
Next project. I bet.
All right, let's do a vote. Should we do a vote?
Sure.
To the crew?
Sure.
All right, so I'm going to use this handy dandy numbering thing. So we have the butcher shop, a dwelling, another farm, a workshop. Wait, I need to. Butcher shop. What?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
What'd you say?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
Butcher shop.
Settlers.
Dwelling.
There's
Oh, no.
also settlers.
I'm
Don't
so bad
forget
at numbering.
settlers.
Okay.
Settlers.
Butcher shop,
Settlers.
dwelling,
Settlers.
farm,
Settlers.
workshop,
Settlers.
scout, settlers, spearman. I'm not even going to say special project. All right. Ooh, settlers. Arctic M77 says settlers. I have no idea what Mark thinks. I think that he really doesn't like settlers.
No, I'm
Yeah,
definitely.
loathe them actually. 6. Everyone's really excited about settlers.
You know why I want settlers?
Why?
Because I want another
Inform
city.
us.
Then the second city is not the same as the first city. The second city is a little bit harder to get going
That's true.
than
You know
your
what?
first city.
I agree. If I was in the chat, I would type 6.
You would type 6? All
I
right.
would. Ooh, and I would also type to enter the giveaway. Okay, so we have some Microsoft store codes for Aura for those who are in the twitch.tv
This is
Xbox
not
chat.
pre-recorded, Articu.
Yeah, this is
we
not
are
pre-recorded.
live.
We are so
live.
live.
We see
Shout
your
out
stuff
to
coming in the
you.
chat. We see
Aura,
Aura going
Aura.
up 50,000 times. We know you're here.
Yes,
We're
yes.
responding. Yeah, 6.
6. I think we're going to do settlers. But yes, be sure to message Aura in the Xbox Twitch.
Yeah, and Dark Blood, there's no way in heck I'm going special project on this one. This is if like
No, that was Spearman. That
was it Spearman? Oh,
no, and
you know what?
Spearman, that's valid.
Good call. You know why?
Dark
it would be
underscore blood underscore because why is a Spearman an okay choice?
No,
Let's
it's actually
validate our
it's
top.
actually a good choice. The reason why it's a good we won't do it here.
Yes.
But why I think it's a good choice is we could craft the Spearmen now while we're at peace, everything's okay. We can put them in our reserves and they're ready to deploy. They don't actually go out on the map. They don't cost us maintenance per turn. We have them ready to go, and that's why we spend a couple turns crafting.
Yeah. So, but are we going to start with scouts, or settlers?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
really want to. Let's try to get another city going so I can kind of show you
People like this
what
mug.
happens there.
I don't know where it came from. Someone really nice walked in and handed it to
I
me.
bet you they have something like this at the Xbox store. I really hope they have something like that, because then people will be like, "Oh, the Mark
Mug.
guys told me on the stream."
Okay, we're building our settlers, and people
7 turns
are
for now.
saying Aura in the chat. Congratulations.
Lots of aura. And then we're good
Mug.
here.
This mug.
Herbalism, pottery, rope making, grain storage, or archery.
Last time we played, okay, this is my personal goal.
What's your personal?
This time, I would love us to build some of these unique improvements. Like last time we didn't have a chance to build a butcher shop or an apothecary, and I kind of want to build them and see what they do.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like, I understand like maybe the pottery,
Ceramic shop?
yeah, or maybe herbalism to get the apothecary.
The herbalism's going to be like the only thing that I always like. I don't like push on it, but like herbalism's going to be tough because in order to make anything,
Yeah.
we need something to make from it, right? In order to make the medicine, we need tea leaves, we need something around us. We just haven't run into that. So that's why I kind of like,
Well, there are some things that
You can
don't
money
show
it.
up on the map until you unlock them.
well, you know what? Let's do it. It's a culture improvement. We're going to do herbalism. And then after we do herbalism, can we do archery?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's draft some archers and build a
I support
watchtower.
you. Thank you for supporting me.
Yeah, all right, let's do it. You really want to do this? Oh, look, and they're just on
Yeah,
their way.
look at Auto Explorer. I see you.
They're going to take care
Ooh,
of
our
it.
crafting's complete. We have some lithic tools. Do we want to put our lithic tools in our workshop?
Well, let's go back to the workshop. So we still have lithic tools crafting.
Oh, I meant putting it in as a supply.
Yeah, we're good though, right? We don't want to adjust that.
I think maybe if there's any resource, like we don't have a lot of material. I don't know if we need to double boost it. Ooh, tea time. Yes, let's definitely have tea time.
Tea time sounds great. We need tea though.
We do
gotta
need
find
tea.
tea leaves.
We need to
That's
find
the
tea.
thing.
Yeah.
We gotta find every like stream. It's like, oh man, I wish we'd find tea. Nope. This time we did find goats, and that's exciting.
I am
We want to
excited
get to the
about that.
goats.
Yeah, get the goat.
They're the best. All right. So they're scouting.
Okay.
We still haven't found another nation.
I know, but it's kind of.
Come on. It's all us. Are
like,
we
it's
alone in
kinda
this
nice.
world?
I mean, I often wonder,
Are we alone in this
are
world?
we alone in this universe?
Oh, I don't
Are
know.
aliens in Aura? No one's asking. I am.
Look at this.
I don't think-
Kind of interesting.
yeah.
We're kind of on this peninsula.
Well, maybe that's why we haven't seen anyone.
Yeah. We can cruise up the peninsula. We might find someone. We
It's
just
Paragon
unlocked
time.
Paragon time.
I'm very
How they get
excited.
unlocked is we've kept our people quality of life has been up.
Mm-hmm.
We're continuing to boost the population for our nation, and that's why we've unlocked a Paragon.
Yeah. Let's let's see what we got.
What's the choices we get to choose from? Oh, wow.
Okay, so Paragons are other really special people across history who can help your nation thrive. So they can be assigned into different roles. They can serve as a chief advisor, a domestic advisor, military or foreign advisors, and then they can also work on building masterpieces. And they can buff your forces. Yeah, what are you laughing at?
I'm laughing because last stream I got the wrong. I think I chose Thag.
Yeah, you did choose.
And then I put Thag in. And I was like, oh, let me show you. Thag could create masterpieces, and I put him in the Great Hearth.
Yeah.
But the Great Hearth produces book masterpieces.
Ooh.
And I was like, next time we do this,
Yeah, let's get
I'm gonna do a Paragon that can
Fu
produce.
Hao.
Yeah, so like do Fu Hao.
Yeah.
And here's the great thing about our Paragons. We can craft, or we can help them with the masterpiece creation.
Right.
If like all heck breaks loose and we need like additional force strength, we can pull them out of that.
Right.
And we can put them in as the chief
It's
advisor.
not a permanent posting.
Yeah,
Your
it's not
Paragons
forevers.
grow and change. Perhaps.
Fu Hao, Shang Dynasty military general and wife of King Wu Ding.
Ooh,
Nice.
I love learning with
Yeah,
Deborah.
that's
Thank you,
pretty good.
Deborah Wilson, for teaching me.
It's so regal. I feel like, yeah. And
Yeah.
when she starts talking, I'm like,
Yeah.
what's she saying? All right.
She was teaching us about Fu Hao.
Yeah. So really cool that we have that kind of throughout the game for anybody who's important, the masterpieces we create, the events that we run into. She's always got the voiceover for it.
We're gonna put her in a masterpiece proficiency slot.
Right. So she's great at writing books. We'll put her in the Great Hearth.
Great.
And now she's working on producing a masterpiece in the Great Hearth. In a couple turns, we can check in on the progress and see how it's going.
Yeah, let's go.
And look at that. We got an event.
An event. Do 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 do.
As your emissaries into the settlement, a blacksmith from the tribe inspects their weapons with interest. With a soft smile, he offers to demonstrate a new type of metalworking unique to his people in exchange for tools and supplies.
Maybe this is a good time to ask people, do a poll about how you might interact with tribes.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can do that because we have an active giveaway, but basically, when you run into events like these, it's an opportunity for us to be like immersed in the world. I think this is a great event. I may or may not have written it, and I'm definitely not biased. And it's based on this fact, which is that there is some evidence that in
Tanzania?
yeah, there was a carbon steel that was smithed 2,000 years ago, which was very sophisticated, which is very cool. So you get to make the decision here. All right, so oh, great, yeah. Okay, how will you guide your interactions with tribes? So looking at the story, right? Like this guy's coming to us and saying, hey, with a soft smile, I would be happy to teach you a little bit of what I know. So you could learn their techniques, which would cost us materials, but would give us 2 lithic tools and would buff our relationship. We can say, you know what, I'll get back to you, consider the offer and get back to them later. Or we could steal their weapons.
I'm like watching the chat.
I know.
Right? Like which way it's gonna. It's like Gameplay Impact had a big lead, but Friendly First came back. Followed the story, got in there a little bit military minded.
Yeah. Earlier today,
If we steal their weapons, we're basically gonna take that relationship meter, and we're gonna take that relationship meter and move it to the left. They probably become hostile, and it's gonna be fighty McFighty pants time.
Yeah, I would say no. But I'm definitely someone who I like to follow the story.
Yeah.
I also like to weigh the gameplay impact, and in this case, like being friendly would benefit us if we're trying to get them to like us and trying to get them to join us. But if we were to take a military approach and we really just wanted to like pillage these people, then we would choose the bottom option because we wouldn't care about the relationship.
I don't think that that's kind of like our leader
I don't
right
think that's
now.
that's not like our vibe.
I don't think it's our leader right now, but I will say this is at this point in the game, if you got a swordsman,
oh my god,
it's a Bronze Age unit.
That would be really
powerful unit at this point. Very powerful unit at this point. So that's a pretty good consideration.
Yeah.
Consider the offer delays it, right? You consider it, but you maybe wait for later and you come back to it. And then learn their techniques. 2 lithic tools, which we're already crafting. This puts us ahead on lithic tools, and we can start using them right away.
Yeah.
The relationship goes up, and we go probably the neutral, but it costs us 50 materials.
Yeah.
How many materials do we have right now? We got 124.
I think we can let's learn their techniques, or we can always just come back and say consider the offer.
And I think with the stream, That kind of goes with it. Friendly first.
And weighing the gameplay impact. So I think we're going to be friendly.
Yeah, friendly, and it weighs the gameplay impact. So we're going to go learn their techniques.
Cool. And you can see now that they think a little bit more highly of us.
Yeah, now we're neutral
Which is nice.
Yeah, they're no longer unfriendly.
That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what's next turn.
Next turn. Wow, we really zoomed up.
Ooh,
Here we go.
flame generated.
Wow, look at this. Soul continues to grow. I'm going for the goats, because remember,
for the goat.
Feasts and wine, right?
Feasts, wine.
Feasts, wine. Flame generated.
Butcher shop, winery. Oh no, fermenting pit. We're not sophisticated enough for winery.
Yeah, so we're gonna go Anson because we're trying to get to the goats, because the goats have the meats.
Yeah, domestic goats have meats, and they also. What else can we get from them again? We
We can also get wool. So like if you
that's
decide,
nice.
you know what, when you use the wool, we can take that wool and convert it into rope. We can take that rope and we can use it to build Stonehenge. I'm not saying that we'd be able to do it in this, but maybe, you never know.
If we sped run it.
You know, we could boost the speed at which we get to our settlers. 58 or wait until next turn.
You know what?
It's gonna get cut
Would it make
in
you
half.
happy? if we
No,
speed it?
no, I'm gonna be frugal. What was somebody
But
was
you
like
know what? I
frugal
really
and-
want us to try to. Yeah, we have someone saying that Dionysus is calling. It's true. Dionysus is calling, and he's saying wine. So let's speed run it so we can build our fermenting pit too.
All right, I boosted the set. I rushed the settlers. It cost us about half
We
of
can
our
put in
wealth.
another amenity. We can give our people wine and food.
Do we have
No,
wine?
we don't have
Not
wine.
yet.
We have candle.
We have candles. Let's do that.
Let's give the people the candle.
Give the people the candles.
Nice.
We've got 8 more turns with the feast. And
Yeah, let's get a little zoom up here. This is this is about to sound silly, this is one of my favorite tooltips. I really like this tooltip. I find it very useful because you can see like your production rate, your consumption rate, and your inventory.
just how much you've got. Like you can tell right off the bat, like, hey, am I going backwards? Am I making progress? In this case, I'm producing feast fast enough before I'm consuming, so we don't have to worry there. And then the tools, we're going to be producing a lot more lithic tools, so we're in good shape there. And we're not producing metal ingots, but we have one in our inventory.
Yeah.
All right, and the settlers are ready to go. We've got grapes coming, tools on our way, feasts making their progress. I think we're good. Let's get out of here, go to the next turn. And look at that, we've got our first settler.
Exciting.
So what's great about a settler? Settler's gonna look around and we're gonna say, wherever we settle, we're gonna create a new city for our nation. That's gonna be separate from Seoul, it's gonna have its own name, except it's not gonna have a great hearth to start off with, like we do here in Seoul, because this is our capital city. Where instead, the settler will settle with a gathering hall improvement. And the gathering hall improvement is not as good, right? So it's a little bit tougher.
Right.
You don't have as much resources that come out of it. So your city's gonna struggle a little bit right out of the gate, and you're gonna have to use your capital city to boost that city and help it grow. So they're gonna have a little bit of trouble with food, they're gonna have a little bit of trouble with materials and money, and we're gonna have to kind of help a fledgling city get going.
I want to say for the folks in the Twitch chat for Our History Untold, giveaways are occurring in the twitch.tv/Xbox chat. So if you want to head over there, you can go back and forth between the streams. If you want to be included in the giveaway, you need to go over to the twitch.tv/Xbox.
So to answer your question, Cappy, you can change the name of the cities whenever you want. Let's come over here and settle this city.
Well, yeah, let's talk a little bit about like what's happening here. So the game is doing some work behind the scenes to look at how good of an option it is. So right now, these really like bright highlighted regions are their recommendations. Which one are you going to choose, Mar?
I think I'm going to actually put the capital city on the the next city on the coast, and I'm going to back it up. It's going to be next to this tribe. We're ready to...
Can I actually recommend against that?
Sure. What do you want to do?
Because later in the game, being on the coast makes us vulnerable to sea invasion.
Oh, nice. You want to go inland a little bit?
Yeah.
Same number of zones here.
Right.
Not on the coast.
Not on the coast.
Yeah?
It's got meteorite nearby.
Got meteorite nearby? Well, we will have to settle here in order to take advantage of that. We'll have to expand there in order to take care of it. But you know what? That shouldn't be too hard. We'll throw a feast at them.
Oh, I love the sound of that arrow.
It was nice, right?
It makes me happy.
So we're going to get a little bit of food. It'll be a great place for food. Timber, not so much. Some materials, some coin.
And
then look
meteorite.
Meteorites. We'll get that by default.
Darn you, meteorites. That's why the dinosaurs aren't here.
And you know what? We haven't like run into any hostiles yet. If we had run into any hostiles, we would definitely want like that spearman to maybe escort the...
We have a really good question here about when we're going to research K-pop. I hope soon, you know? The people deserve K-pop.
We need a little bit more music so that we can, in our life right now, for sure. City's idle. We've got nothing going on here. We already built the settler. Look, we can build the fermenting pit.
Yeah.
I can't wait to build the fermenting pit.
Yes. Okay, wait, let's take a minute. Can you scroll over the fermenting pit again? I want to see some of its bonuses.
Sure.
What's going on there?
Got it.
Okay, so you get a plus 25% craft production to fermenting pits and their upgrades in a region. So just like you would imagine, in the great parts of the world where they make a lot of wine, you know, you want to bring your winey things together. So you want your fermenting pits to be in the same region. So it's good to keep that in mind, like as you're planning, like in the future, you might want to build all of your fermenting pits in the same region so that they have a plus 25% craft production boost.
Yeah, beware. It's going to be a little bit costly. That's going to cost us 2 wealth per turn in order to run this fermenting pit.
Oh, you're right.
But it's okay.
Because we deserve wine.
The wine is worth
The
it.
people deserve the wine. The people in the chat.
And it's going to be a coastal vineyard, a coastal winery, no matter what we do, because we're going to put it next to the wine. Or
we could put it next to the goats.
You want to put it next to the goats?
Boozy goats.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, we have a new question. We are going to go broke. Yes, and this is why, Mark, we need to keep you from using your rushing of the project.
Look, we're not broke. We're super good. Right now, we're getting +7 wealth per turn. We have spent quite a bit of money.
We have.
But we're good at that.
Yeah, we are good at that.
Let's just keep it up. Like, we'll make more.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, but we do need to watch it. And we do need to drink responsibly within the game. Correct, BR Briggs. So we have a poll up in the Xbox chat. What area of gameplay are you most excited to explore? City building, crafting and amenities, leaders and narrative, or war and diplomacy? That's so funny. He said, you make it, I burn it. That's so funny. That's true. That's what you do with our coin. And we also have a question about explaining the tax system. I would be happy to talk to you about taxes. So in the game, we haven't gotten there yet, but you have the ability to choose different governments. And each government has different impacts on gameplay, how many cities you can have, different intrinsic bonuses that are thematic to the government type. And then there are policies you can put in place, as well as you can choose the tax percentage. And depending on how you tax your people, it can either be really positive impact on quality of life or negative.
16 enters your court, springing with excitement. He explains that he and his friends were climbing trees, and while sitting atop a giant oak, he spotted a raised and unnaturally round hill and smoke, as though from a campfire rising in the distance. He requests support to safely investigate.
What should we do for the forest fort?
Did you guys like me acting that out?
That was good.
I thought that was
such imagination. Ignore the kid, but we would pass up the jewelry and the ceramic pots that we get out of this.
Yeah, let's look at some of the options here. So a kid found what looks like might be a campfire in the distance, and this could be something bad?
Could be.
So do we send a scout to investigate? Do we arm the boy and his friends? Or do we say, such imagination, and ignore it?
I want to make we got to go with the leader call here. 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah, 1, 2, or 3. What would you all choose? What would you choose, Mark? What are you thinking?
Yeah, on the first stream,
yeah,
I armed the boy.
Yes.
And it's always the best option as a parent to send your sons
child.
or daughters
Yes.
with a sword, because at this point in time in history, arming them is the right thing to do.
Yes, and let it be known that Mark is a parent. So if you are Mark's sons,
I said I'll give you a sword.
You heard it here first.
It's probably a foam sword.
Yeah, those are
them.
actually really fun.
Yeah, and
I need to buy a new form.
It really takes some aggression out, you know?
Yeah.
Like in one of those beat up something
all
rooms.
the stress.
Oh yeah.
The game development. Just do a good sword fight. Okay, so it looks like a lot of people were saying 2 in the chat, but then we have some people who said send a scout.
Love and Chaos said 2.
Yeah.
I saw that. I saw Ara. About a million
Ara.
times. Home
Because
age
they want to
420.
get they want to get the
Type Ara for in chat for a chance to win. What are they trying to
a
win?
copy of the game.
Oh, sick. Keep typing 2.
Get hit with it.
All right, let's just go.
Wait,
Here's why 2 is okay. We don't really need the security right now. It's only going to cost us 10 turns in the capital for low security. We get the jewelry and the ceramic pots out of it.
Yeah, I think we should. So sending a scout narratively is the superior choice. I think, like, given I don't have kids, but I probably would not want to arm them. However, if you are a teen playing this game, perhaps you want to be armed.
Yeah.
So I think that because we haven't run into any enemies, yeah, let's arm the boy and his friends.
The penalty for the happiness is it's gonna make things take longer.
Yeah.
That's why we don't want to do it.
And we really want to try to get to wine in this stream because you all deserve it. You deserve it.
Oh, look.
Tea! See, I told you. So there are some resources on the map that don't appear until you have researched a certain technology. Because, just like in real life, if you don't know what tea leaves look like,
You didn't even know what the heck those were.
right, you're like, that's a cool
Those
leaf.
were just some trees that we walked past
that's
earlier,
a cool
boss.
tree, you know? So now we know that the cool tree is in fact a delicious chamomile or what have
Oh,
you.
yeah, look at that. We really have produced the heck out of lithic tools at our workshop.
Wow.
We can probably make something different. You want to try to make some plows?
Yeah, and you know what? I would say we should maybe research the rope stuff. Because we can use that rope to build Stonehenge. What if we sped run it and actually were able to build Stonehenge in the next
We need to
43
get to
minutes?
we definitely need to get to rope.
Yeah, we need to get to
somehow.
rope
If we're going to speed run it, we got to
ASAP.
do it. Materials we can afford. I'm not going to produce 5 plows,
Yeah.
but I'm going to make like a couple plows, and then maybe I'll throw a basket in there, just for the heck of it. We haven't made a
I
basket.
got a basket full of sunshine.
And the baskets, we could use the material to rush that. Timber, 1 timber. Man, we don't have any timber.
I was just doing my own loading music for a second there.
Wonderful.
My own idle music. Okay. Okay, Arctic M77 says that we should try to challenge ourselves, and we should, in fact, try in this stream to build Stonehenge.
Oh yeah, we've got like 42 minutes.
So let's do it.
Okay, we're getting our next city, getting ready to get set
Okay,
up.
cool.
It's too bad we didn't settle here next to the T.
We can always change our mind. Wait, hey, you know what,
Oh.
Mark? Someone really amazing, who might be you, and also Yaz Demand 90. Have no fear, because this is being streamed across many forums, on Steam, on Twitch.
No sleep till Stonehenge.
So many people. Oh my!
Man, didn't even sleep last night because we were like, we are releasing the game tomorrow.
I know.
I'm wide awake.
I know.
Coffee.
So excited. You don't even need coffee.
Yeah.
You're like
You're not
twitching out.
sleeping anyways.
Okay, wait.
All right, I'm going next turn. We got nothing going on. It's
No,
okay.
I
It's
was
okay.
going to tell you we could change where we settled.
We could have. It's okay. I'm not gonna.
Okay,
Like, remember,
okay.
you don't make wrong decisions. Your decisions are always right.
You're right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. We decided this earlier today. How nerve-wracking is the day before release? That's a good question.
It's super nerve-wracking. You have no idea when you're working on a game for years and years and years and
Yeah.
years and years and years and years that if the game that you're making is actually going to resonate. And as you go through all the iterative process of making the game, you have thrown away so many ideas and they've changed into different ideas the entire time. So that when we went to like earlier this year, we were doing like our alphas where we're having people play the game.
Yeah.
And we're starting to get feedback and we're like, oh, people really do like this game. This is great, right? But before that, we didn't know. It was
Right.
just us. So
Right. You have to try to get feedback, and I think when you release the game, it's just the beginning.
yeah.
It's the beginning of the game, because so much of what allows the game to grow and mature is hearing from fans and understanding the things that really excite them and investing in that in the future. So I really think this is just the beginning for Ara.
For sure.
And that makes, obviously, the release nerve-wracking. We want you to have fun, but also the future's so bright, we gotta wear shades.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of sounds cliche and stuff like that, but this is just kind of another milestone. We have a new IP that we got out the door that we took a long time to make.
Right.
And we wanted to be authentic to ourselves and the teams. And I think that Oxide and Stardock and you guys knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, thank you.
right? All right, so Crafter, one's idle. Let's go check it out. What do we have here? Gathering Hall. It's the new building that doesn't quite
Yeah, it's not
have the
quite
same
as good
benefits
as
as the
the
Great
Great
Hearth,
Hearth.
right?
I think we should put a feast in here.
I already added a
Personally.
feast.
Oh, I mean on the right-hand
Do you want
side.
to you want to craft one?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm with you.
And maybe put like one like buff in it,
Can we afford anything right now? Wealth is +6.
but it's -3 in the city.
There's no rice yet.
I think we could do -2 on food.
Do the food?
Yeah.
All right, let's do
And
the
that'll
food.
be done in 9 turns. That's actually good.
Yeah, we got plenty of food, so
Yeah.
we might as well. All right,
right,
and we
let's go.
can't quite do
We can't meteorite net
anything
yet.
on the meteorite just yet because we need to get into the Bronze Era in order
Yeah.
to do it. We've got an event.
Founders of your nation's newest city look to you.
So we
for
founded a new
advice.
city,
They hope
and we get to
build into
choose
the
between
city's
one of these
foundation
benefits,
a
right?
guiding principle, one that will chart its
Do you want to ask the
destiny.
chat?
In this case,
Yeah.
What do we want to do?
Masons stand by
Security?
awaiting your direction.
Well, let's let the narrator
What words should
finish.
be
Sorry.
carved
Oh,
into
sorry.
The cornerstone of the gathering hall.
So to Mark's point, we have just now founded a new city, and we get to choose which word we want to put on the cornerstone of the gathering hall. Yes, there are meteorites. Psycho typhoon. All right.
Really
so-
rare.
Yes, rare. So, okay, what do we want to put as our cornerstone?
Victory for military, honor
Victory.
for production, and tradition for technology.
Tradition. We have a lot of people saying tradition, actually.
No, I like that.
Yeah.
We're going to unlock technologies a lot faster if we have a much
Yeah.
higher city knowledge. Plus, this is going to be probably the great place to build the fermenting pit,
Oh,
right?
I'm sold. I'm
Right?
sold.
Okay.
I'm sold and I'm excited.
Tradition
it is.
All right, good choice, chat. We like it. We're waiting on the fermenting pit here. We can build
Yeah.
another one in our region. In our nation, I think there's a limit of, I don't know, I want to say 3. We have
I
3
think-
turns to wait.
Well, let's keep our money.
Keep it?
Yeah, let's keep our money.
All right.
I know you want to, but
Well, even if it's like next turn, it's 54 now. Next turn is going to be like half that, right?
yeah, it's only one. turn.
Okay, so next turn,
Ooh, nation rankings available.
how we doing?
Yeah, you guys are helping. Thank you for your help.
Yeah,
Kind
we would be
chat.
losing without chat. But as it
That's
stands
true.
right now, we are a triumphant nation among a bunch of nations we've never met yet.
Yeah, so we haven't
We don't know
met
who
any.
you are.
We don't know who you are, but we're better than you. Tee-hee.
If you want to, maximize like how you're doing in prestige,
Yeah.
right now it's very early game. So here's all the domains that you can earn prestige in,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't have to already earn it to understand how you're going it. Right now, production strength's given us some, a little bit of built improvements, but there's some triumphs that we can build or act
Right.
goals that we can complete that will boost the amount of industry prestige we're getting.
Yeah.
But we can get prestige for military, commerce, government. Each one of these things will tell you,
Right.
hey, here's all the ways that you can get it.
This is really helpful too, and you can look at other nations and see how they're doing and where they're getting their prestige too, to maybe be inspired by their own strategy.
Yeah. Every leader is going to have their own kind of way that they like to maximize the prestige they get, and even every player is going to kind of have their own like theory in terms of how to
Yeah.
get the most prestige. But you can see there are quite a few methods to get to prestige, and that will change as you go through the game what you're trying to go for. You might
Yeah.
be concentrating on government at some point. You might be concentrating on industry early, and then later you might concentrate on military because you've reached the
Right.
point where you have to stomp out.
Yeah, you're not stuck to one specific way of playing to win. You don't have to always do military, always do culture, always do industry. You can grab bag as you go.
Yeah.
And I love what you asked, Artico. Yes, Euro style board games are a huge influence definitely for me. I just love board games, and that's what's cool about having a new IP. The team was able to bring all of their dreams and hopes and inspirations from even outside of the strategy genre, outside of video games, like looking at board games, looking at different books. It's really fun, and that was definitely an important part of what we were inspired by.
You want to know a crazy thing?
Yeah.
We actually built a Euro-style board game when we were
Yeah.
prototyping this title very early on. The first year, we built a game, we played it. It had cards for like regions and what leader abilities were and everything like that. Pretty amazing that we were able to take that prototype, and a lot of like the ideas from that prototype kind of carried through in terms of what we release in this game. It's gone through like a bajillion iterations, but still kind of
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
We're definitely inspired by board games, and I think if you walk around the office,
Oh yeah, we're always playing board games
Yeah.
and Magic the Gathering.
great
Yeah.
studio, perfect
you.
culture.
Aw, I
All right.
love my coworkers. They're my pals.
Okay, so here we go. Soul is now completed. We have
fermenting.
We have
Ooh.
a fermenting. I'm just like went straight
Yeah,
into
let's
it.
zoom in.
Do we want
That's
to?
actually like, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Like that is industry. Like look at those little what are those called? Exhaust pillars?
It looks like to me that those are just like straight up burn pits where they're just burning something.
I mean, I think that looks very fancy. Like
They're
that looks
fermenting here.
sophisticated. Okay, we are a sophisticated people. We are going to have wine for our.
Yeah, they're cooking, man.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
making. They can make
They're
two different
cooking.
things here. We can make syrup, which is used as an ingredient.
Ooh, what can we make with syrup? Do I see a Danish?
All
Do I see
kinds.
some bread and what can we craft with this? Can you zoom over that?
Yeah, we can all kinds of stuff. We're not gonna be able to see like
Fertilizer.
fertilizer,
Preserved food, pastries.
pastries, dried food goods.
Yeah, I'm excited about pastries.
Liquors.
Liquor.
Even can make
Yes.
feasts happen faster, but really,
Yeah, wine.
We're not gonna forget. We got
Wine.
All right, here we go. Wine it is.
Okay.
22 turns. Can we wait that long? I don't think.
No,
like the
we
stream.
cannot wait that long for wine. We have been
We
waiting
have
for
to
wine.
accelerate it. But look at all
The
the
grape. We can use
grapes.
grape.
Yes.
Wow, I got really
One every
loud.
7 turns. What else do we got?
I got very loud
Look
because
at
I
that.
got so excited.
Ceramic pots. We
Oh
need
my
a
gosh.
vessel to hold it
The
in.
wine. Here.
Grapes.
Here,
The
here,
vessel.
wait. Let me pass you the wine. Boop.
Yes, body of Christ.
Pass the
There we
wine.
go. Oh, wonderful. 6 turns. We got
We're
wine
so
in 6
close to
turns.
wine. Good.
Okay,
Ooh,
so-
someone put kimchi in the chat. Wow.
Ooh, that could be
would-
done in a fermenting pit if you were to like playing as Korea.
Oh my gosh, I'm really excited.
Dude,
and
write that
hungry.
down. That's
Write that down.
amazing.
Noted.
Dirty patch.
Put kimchi in the fermenting pit.
Okay, here we go. Let's see here. We've got our goals set, city idol.
Ooh, all right. What are we gonna build next?
Okay, we've already built our first fermenting pit.
What do we think? Ooh, okay. Shall we ask the chat? Apothecary #1 or butcher shop #2?
We need something to butcher, y'all.
Oh, do we have anything to butcher?
No, we need goats.
Oh, wait,
We
yeah.
need goats. So I think selection 1, 2, and 3 need to be get to the goats.
Get to the goat.
Gotta get to the goats. We need something to eat.
Well, actually, if you click on that, we can actually get goats as a passive yield. We don't need to put a farm on it. So if you click on that region, or wait, if you go on the tooltip,
For Ensign?
yeah, if you hover over the tooltip for, here, let me make this clear.
No, we're down here.
If you hover over the goat, in the tooltip, if you hover over that, you can actually click on goat and harvest goat. Yeah, there you go. So we were harvesting, oh no, it won't let us.
No, not until we
pretty sure
put
you
a
can.
farm there.
Okay, well, never mind. Do we want it, so do you want to build a farm there instead?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, I do. And you know what? We can always
Because
throw money
I am
at
pretty
it.
sure though, Mark, that we are getting a passive yield of goat.
You know how we can tell?
How can we tell? Wait, to the left.
We can go up here and we can see if we're getting goats.
Wait. Oh, we're not.
Yeah. No goats.
Why did I feel like we were getting goats? It's okay. I got really excited about goats. I need to
You know
check
why?
my priorities. What?
Because at one point in time, I think you were getting goats, and now it's like, nope. You need to put the improvement there to get the goats, and that's
goat the
okay.
goat, yeah.
To goat the goats, and what it means is you'll get the yield from all of the regions with the food, timber, money, and even the materials. But if you want to get to the special like resources, you have to put the improvement there. That's what's happening even with our meteorite right now. I think if we go there, there's nothing happening.
Are pygmy hippos in the game?
We're not getting any of those.
Yes, I did play Duke. I am good at this game, people. I am.
No,
but,
like
but
you-
I have seen the game through many iterations.
Right.
So keep that in mind.
Hey, we met somebody.
I've been playing the game for a long time.
Squirrel. We met someone.
Finally, we're not alone.
Yeah, and we met Itzquaddle. We're going to want to be nice to Itzquaddle.
Yeah, so we're neutral with Itzquaddle from the start. I saw someone in the chat talking about the Aztecs earlier.
Let's look at Itzquaddle's ability.
Yeah, let's look at their special ability.
He's a flower war, so He gets additional security and happiness in their capital after engaging in combat. It doesn't stack, so it's not like you can engage in combat and then engage in combat again and then you get those abilities again. And then 100% force heal rate. That's pretty powerful. That means that if you had somebody around you that you are attacking, that's just going to boost the happiness and security in your cities. Security gives an additional boost to your forces in terms of the power that they have and strength that they have. And happiness is going to make your production go up. So he really draws his power from being at war. So we have to watch out for his coddle. We want to make sure that we're on the good side of him, and we don't want to make him our enemy.
People want to look at the details of his outfit. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude looks great. Can we, like, oh, it would be so cool if we could change his
really
outfit
cool.
here. Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
But
We
You
got
the Jaguar? Dude, that's so awesome. So
Okay,
we
are we
can
gonna offer
offer
him a gift?
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Let's see what we can get.
Jewels? Not pots.
Let's try.
Yeah, he
Let's
deserves
try to
it.
influence him with a little bit of, he's going to be neutral, +4.
Yes, I do think he would conquer us for our goat, Psycho Typhoon.
How many do we got to
in the
give him?
chat.
We have to give him 4 jewels for him to be friendly.
Yeah.
You want to do it? Or you want to say,
We only have
nah?
30 minutes left.
Nah.
So
Yeah? Let's do it. He might reject
Ooh.
us.
Genghis Don said we had a nice pronunciation. Did we say it's Coatl correctly? That would be great.
Maybe. I don't know. All I can say is
I'll do my
that
best.
he's coming to this valley and he is going to settle.
Yeah.
And I'd like to stay friends with him.
Yeah, let's stay friendly.
We have a city right here. We don't want to have to invest too much in our. He basically settled Marathon right there.
Ooh, gift accepted. See,
Nice.
That was a good way to go.
That's pretty cool.
So we're not even friendly yet, but we're closer to being friendly.
Impressed.
Yeah,
Unimpressed, but not offended by
Right.
your gift. All right. Okay. Cool.
that's good.
Maybe we can manage our borders with Let's
We
open
wanna-
it up.
Yeah, maybe he'll take it as a compliment. We trust you so much, my guy. We're gonna let you in. Come on over, have some wine.
Yeah. All right. Goodbye.
Okay, let's do our next turn. I wanna see what he says. Oh, we have a new claim generated. I think we can expand this city. Okay, do we want to give folks in the audience an opportunity to vote on which region?
Either way, I'm super happy
Okay.
because we can get to barley for we can get 1 grain for 125 production, or with corn, we can get 1 grain for 150 production. We can settle closer to the forest and we can get a little bit more wood with
Yeah.
Sulan, and we can get a little bit more wood and some materials and coin in Socho.
Ooh, so we have Speedy Bowser in chat who said that we should go with option 1.
Yeah.
So
Closer to the T.
yeah, let's closer to the T. We gotta get that T.
We need timber stat.
Oh, we do need timber.
We do need timber stat.
You're so correct. We do need that.
Timber stat.
So yeah.
Not wrong. You're super
Wait,
right.
so maybe we should do number 4 so we can get timber sooner.
If we do 3, we get the same amount of timber, but we also get a little bit of coin.
You know what? I still think number 1 is the best.
And Genghis Don, 4. Besides, seaside
Besides
attacks as
attacks.
mentioned
I know,
earlier.
I know. But we're
I know
eventually.
you want that tea.
I do want the tea. I want the tea.
I'm with
I
chat
want
right now.
the tea. Protect the tea at all costs.
Sacrifice the goats,
Sacrifice the ghosts
but
if you
not the
have
wine.
to.
But not the wine.
Yes, the cockney charmer.
Okay, so there might
All
be a
right.
way to do this.
Yeah.
There might be a way to get like kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Okay, tell me. I'm intrigued.
Okay, so the idea here is we go with and we get the timber. Right? There's 5 regions to build on here. We get just as much timber, but not as much coin. We'll take the zones
Yeah.
that we need to build on. We convince this settlement here to join our nation, and they join here.
Yeah.
And we get the population boost from it.
And then?
And then we get a couple of extra claims because our city goes from a tier 2 to a city tier 4 really quick.
Okay. I'm not as.
You're the tiebreaker.
I want the tea.
You want the tea?
Yeah. Can we go? Can
All right.
will the crew be mad if we do 1? I mean, people want 4. Aw, thank you for the accent
We'll
comment.
get 1 timber.
No, let's give the people what they want. Let's give people the timber. It's going down. We're yelling timber.
All right, we'll do it.
Wait,
We'll
no,
do it.
that's not timber. Cancel it.
All right,
Let's
good.
do the one that the people want the timber.
Here's the best.
And who are we if not stewards of your
We're
will?
doing that. If we
Stewards.
didn't want to do it,
We could always
wanted-
cancel that
we could
order
cancel
there.
it and
Yeah.
we could do a different one, and we don't have to worry about it.
Wait, you canceled it. Oh Oh my gosh, it's Coatl is our bestie.
He declined it. He said no.
Oh, I thought you said
we
yes.
will not have open borders, but I will accept your gift. He's kind of.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure
he's
him out
hot
right
and
now.
he's
I'm not
cold.
really sure.
It's like a situation.
Like, are you gonna murder my scout?
All right, let's go
I hope
next
not.
turn.
All right, here we go. Next turn.
Okay.
We've got goats rolling in.
We got goat. Goating the goat.
Goats rolling in on this farm that's still under construction that needs to
Yeah.
be finished early.
Do you want to rush it? Will it bring you joy?
Yes, it's gonna bring me joy. Turn to the map.
Oh, we just earned government points by following the vote of the people.
Did we?
Yes, yes.
And look, yeah, we're doing good. People are happy.
Yeah, people are happy.
All right, there's
We
an
have
event. Let's do it. Is it gonna be? Are we gonna follow? Is it gonna be the?
It's like,
It is.
Fascinated by your nation's ability to track celestial events.
Oh, we
and
can
predict
only go
the
up
shift in
one
seasons
relationship
with such
with,
accuracy. They asked if you'd be willing to share your knowledge with them.
okay,
Oh yeah, we're totally doing this.
which one? Share
This
the
one.
information because we don't want them to go to war with us, right?
No.
Yeah.
We want to try to get them to all the way to here, join our nation. They'll join Yang Sang.
Oh yeah. That was your plan of your grand plan.
That's the grand strategy.
the grand plan.
Okay, next turn we got grain
stores.
storage.
It's almost bread time. Get that bread. Ooh, and rice. Rice.
We can get rice grain, we can build a granary.
Rice.
Okay, do we do the pottery? Do we do rope
Ooh,
making? Do we go
okay.
to bronze working?
Here's the question, team.
What do we do?
Do we want to stay, either do rope making, pottery, or do we want to advance to the Bronze Age? We only have about 23 minutes left together today.
Go, quick, go.
Yeah.
Go, quick, go. Like bronze working is going to take us to the next age. We'll leave rope making and pottery behind.
Yeah.
So that's something to consider. But Bronze Age has a bunch of different stuff. People are like, oh, we want to see the thing.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
think
thing.
so. Here's what I would say: if we were not streaming right now with a time limit, I would say, like especially ropes, because ropes are kind of huge. I would say rope making, but a lot of the people are saying 3.
Two is very
also
popular.
popular.
Yeah.
We want to build some.
Here's one thing to consider.
What are we considering?
Well, with ropes and rope making
Get those out of the way.
is fishing nets. So I'm going to control click this. We're going to take the fishing
Ooh, the
nets.
Encarta.
Look at that. If we skip rope making on fishing nets, we want fishing nets. We can wait until seafaring, and seafaring comes as late
in
as
the
the Iron
Iron
Age.
Age.
So we'd have to skip the Bronze Age,
Okay.
then go to the Iron Age before we
Okay.
can get to fishing nets. So we can skip it,
Okay.
but we're going to have to wait a couple ages if we want to get to fishing nets. So it's not the end of the world if we skip it now.
I
Just
would
something to
say-
see.
You know what? Those only take 5 turns. So I think we should just research rope making, pottery, and then get to bronze.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's do rope making. We don't want to skip it now. It's kind of a hard cost to skip. We have one more project that we can build here in
Yeah.
Seoul.
And cool folks of the chat, don't worry. We will research pots. It's very important to you and to us that you have jars, vessels for your wine.
Yeah.
Right, Mark?
For sure.
We care about you.
For sure.
We're really giving leaders. You know what I mean? Like we care about your day to day.
What are we
want
going
you
to do
have
here?
wine. So there was a question in the chat about whether or not things were exclusive. So that's what Mark was trying to show you in the Encarta. But can we go back to the main screen really quick and show folks how to get to the Encarta?
Sure. Hold on, real quick. I'm going to build
Oh, yeah.
while we're waiting.
Yeah, while we're waiting.
I'm going to do a thing.
You're already
We're going to put a butcher shop in because
on
we've
the
got
coast.
we've got goats.
Okay.
We've got goats are coming,
Okay, that's true.
and then we're going to need to turn them into cured meats. And then while we're here, okay,
Can we show them the Encarta real quick?
yeah.
So
Go to the
really quick,
Encarta
let's
here.
show you at the top right-hand side of the screen, there's this button called the Encarta. So there was a question asked about whether or not things are exclusive. So with that technology, Mark was showing us that rope is originally found in rope making, but if you skip that technology, you see here, you look at rope. So if you skip rope making, you can later unlock rope through architecture, seafaring, or stirrups. So those are other technologies that happen later in the game. So you can check to see, like, it's possible that you can research them in the future, but it might take you a lot longer. But there are some things I believe that might be exclusive to one
Some things
era.
are exclusive to one thing. Something is almost foundational as rope or pottery.
Right.
Is going to have multiple things that unlock it. And there's going to be some things that are specialty in terms of where it's crafted.
Right.
Rope can be made in like 7 different buildings. So it's super important. We're almost telling you in a way like early on you should unlock it, but if you skip it, you're not going to miss it for the rest of the game. It's okay. You won't be penalized for it. You'll just have to wait a little bit longer and research different technology.
I was looking over. Ooh, is the Encarta available out of game for reading? Just for your leisure?
No, that that boosts my heart, but also makes it sink a little bit. You have to get to the Encarta. Everything is in game. I would love it if we like printed the whole thing out, but it would probably be like one of those encyclopedias from the 80s.
Perhaps we will. You know, who's to say?
You
I
never
can't
know.
Speak of the future.
It's only in game.
Yes.
So you can still do all of your light reading in game though.
I think there's someone in the chat who asked a question. I don't remember what it was.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm going to keep going.
If you have a question you really want an answer to, ask it again so I can see it.
Interrupt me if you need me to be interrupted. I'm going to cycle between the cities up here and just make sure that everybody's happy. Candles ran out, so let's put a different amenity in there. We've got extra jewelry, so let's do that. And the butcher shop, 2 turns. Don't really need to spend the money to boost it.
Yeah, I think we're fine.
Yeah, we'll turn to map, go to the next turn. Let's see here. Okay, so Marathon's not growing. A scout keeps
searching around.
Keeps on searching. Ooh, look at this. There looks like another nation.
There might be another nation there, yeah. And we have an event.
Do we? Look at this. An act goal event. What are these?
I'll talk about it in a second.
Such a palace can also honor your nation's past and future.
I struggle to talk over Deborah.
Are excited to build a palace on a site proven
She has
auspicious for your
great things
people
to
over
say.
the centuries, and the oracles urge you to do so with haste.
So what are act goals? That's a great question, Mark. So act goals are a shared goal across all players. And if you go here, you can see you can get first, second, or third depending on how quickly you get there. You get different prestige bonuses on top of the benefits you get from building a palace.
Yeah, and so right now we're in ancient history. We can't build a palace. The palace hasn't been unlocked yet as a building. If you wanted to find out, hey, how do I build a palace? You could go back to that place, that Encarta, and say, oh, it's unlocked by masonry. Masonry is the Bronze Age.
In the Bronze Age.
Technology.
So yeah, it's coming up soon. So yeah, honor past and present, good sir.
All right, we're done there. It'll be stored away in our goals button. We can hide that for now. When we get into the Bronze Age, we can look into building a palace.
All right, let's go to the next turn.
Next turn, we should be getting really, really close here with Sol being able to produce, like, isn't our wine getting close?
Congrats, Gorix. You have won a copy of Aura, History Untold.
We need our wine to get going. Let's go.
We'll have our wine soon.
Come on, wine.
He's getting impatient about the wine.
I am being very impatient about the wine.
We can claim another region.
Yeah.
All right. Wow, we have a lot of options now. We have like a lot of areas on the coast, which would be great, but we haven't researched fishing nets yet, but eventually we can use those to make that coastal fishery.
Yep.
I think that we should invest in one of the inland options. There's rice in that one region. There's the white-tailed deer.
Are you sure? You know what I really think we need?
What?
More money.
I think we need timber. We only have 16, so I would honestly...
Oh, so like go up here.
I would
in the upper
recommend
right.
this guy. Yeah, that would be my recommendation.
And you know what we get out of that? We get 5 zones.
We get
out
5
of it.
zones too, and it's on the coast.
And it's on the coast.
All I'm seeing is wins.
Yeah, you know what? This is such a great capital city.
Yeah.
We're gonna run out of. We're gonna really maximize this. We're gonna own this whole peninsula.
We own this peninsula. So quick note, team. We asked you how you intend to use your scout. There are lots of things you can do. You can explore, you can hunt dangerous predators, you can uncover cache, and the consensus seems to be that we want to explore far and wide with our scouts, and I think that's a great idea. They have really great sight, so they're able to clear the fog for you, and that's really useful in the beginning of the game.
So we have some of our options are limited now because we're running out of timber.
I told you.
Yeah, you were
need that
totally
wood.
right. Like I said, you don't make bad decisions.
Thank you.
We could also create more units. We have our archers that if we want to put them in our reserves, It only take us 2 turns to build an archer. We could build 2 archers and we could put them into a formation like a battalion.
Yeah.
So I want to actually go off the map here. I'm going to
let's show
say,
that.
let's do 2 archers.
Okay.
It'll take 2 turns. It's really not that hard to.
We could rush it if you wanted to.
If we were kind of like, if somebody declared war on us, we would rush it.
Yeah.
But yeah, as it stands right now, we're going to be waiting about 4 turns. I think we already have, do we have a spearman in our, we don't have a spearman yet. And really, we want to kind of put an army here to protect Yang Sang versus Marathon.
Yeah.
And maybe even if they never come around, we can just smite them.
Right.
Crafter's Idol. Let's
Ooh, our butcher shop is in.
look at the butcher shop.
Wow.
This is
Wait,
pretty
let's
cool,
zoom
right?
in. Let's zoom in here. That's cool.
They got the hanged meats. They're smoking the meats in there.
Yeah.
All right.
It's almost dinner time for us, Mark.
Yeah, we're getting there. We've only got like 15 minutes left.
No.
So we're gonna produce cured meats, and cured meats are great because they boost city food.
Yep.
They boost prosperity and they
And
boost happiness.
happiness, yep.
But you know they're gonna wear out pretty quick. They only last for
Right.
4 turns. They're not like some of the other amenities.
Right. Because we're hungry, and so it's not going to last long.
Let's accelerate production with goats.
Domestic goat sounds good to me.
And do we have anything else here? Well, not gonna do it. If we had like fish or cattle or venison, we could put it in there. Or then salt or spices, we could put it in there. We could shift some of the things that we're harvesting in the world if we wanted to get the cured meats faster. But right now, 1 every 3 turns. They're gonna get consumed 1 every 4 turns.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be pretty good. We might add a lithic tool here to make
Right.
this even faster. That'll happen next turn. But that's gonna boost our craft production by 25%.
That's great. Yeah. We have a question here about how long a game normally lasts. So that really, it depends. Yes. Ooh, we've entered a golden age and we have rope making.
At the same time.
We're amazing.
I feel like we're doing all right.
We are. We're doing quite great. So in terms of how long a game will last, it depends on the map size. It depends on if you choose it to be a short, medium, long game. In this case, we're playing a longer game. So each act will last about 100 to 150 turns. And depending on how quickly you play, it can take anywhere from a few hours to 10 plus hours.
Okay, so what's a golden age? How did we unlock
Yeah.
it? Golden ages are unlocked because we kept our people's
Citizen
stats
happy.
or our quality of life
was
up.
high.
They've been happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise, and felt safe. And
Yeah.
because of that, we've entered a golden age. And now everything that we do that earns us prestige will give us bonus prestige. This is the time that you want
Yeah.
to try to time building your
triumphs.
completing your masterpieces. Let's
Yeah.
check in. Don't we have a masterpiece going right now? I feel like
Did you put your person in the Great Hearth? I think you did.
felt like I did.
Yeah, they're
So,
working on it. Ooh, how many turns do we have left?
13 turns until
Okay.
Fu Hao produces a masterpiece.
Cool. That's
And
exciting.
I don't think Fu has produced anything just yet.
No, I don't think so
If-
either. Masterpieces take a long time. You know, you can't rush art. You know,
Man, 13 turns, like we
you
could
cannot
just.
rush art.
No, you can't rush perfection.
No.
No, right? It takes years
Yeah,
and years,
years and years.
years and
We know something about this.
years to do that.
Like making a video game.
Okay, so we got archers coming. We're on to our next turn. Our cities are doing okay. Marathon's expanding. It's getting dangerously close.
I know.
Starting to get a little bit nervy.
know.
A little bit nervous here.
Yeah,
I can't hit the next turn button.
I know.
Okay, here we go.
No, we can't.
City is idle. That's all right. We'll just go this way.
So yeah, we are really low on wood, and
know
we
what we should
have
do?
built a logging camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's not even ask.
Yeah. No, we're not asking. We're telling you you should
Oh
build a logging
wait.
camp.
What's the preferred strategy? This is like I'm
Oh, yeah,
super
this
curious
is-
about this.
Yeah, I want to hear what y'all think.
We
so-
won't be able to really adjust our strategy to meet your needs, but I'm super curious. Like
Yeah,
in
when you
the-
think about the game in
yeah,
general.
who, and like in the chat group, how do you typically? What's your strategy that you use when you play a strategy game, a turn-based strategy game, especially? What do you prefer as your
Yeah.
strategy?
Science for the win. So do you focus on technology? Do you crush your enemies? Are you a titan of industry and crafting? Or for believe in me, you know, are you really building up your religion, the belief in your people and that they have in you? Oh, wait, did we see an archer?
Yeah, so one of the archers showed up.
Will you show us a little bit
It
about
got
what
added
happened?
to our reserves.
Our reserves? Yeah.
And that means that the archer's ready to deploy, but not actually on the map. Doesn't cost us maintenance yet. Right now we have one archer, so we could put him in squad formation.
Right.
But if we
Had
save
3.
up,
Right.
we could put the archers in a battalion, and if we get the right units, we could put
Yeah.
2 archers and a spearman together, and we can get a bonus by putting them in a wedge formation.
Yeah, so
Highly recommend it.
I definitely recommend looking at the tactics. You can unlock tactics through your technologies, and that means you have really special like combos that you get when you place a certain type of unit in a certain slot in the formation. Yeah, wait, unit formations and stuff? Yeah, units formations and stuff, my good Psycho Typhoon.
Yeah.
So that is really fun, and that's part of how you excel in combat is you have to be strategic in the formations you use, the bonuses the tactics provide, and that can really make it or break it when you engage in combat about whether you win or lose.
Yeah, definitely you want to kind of maximize like where they're built based on kind of the production capabilities for one of your cities, and then where you deploy them, you kind of want to look at their security because that's going to boost their strength where
right.
they're deployed at, right? So you can build things like watchtowers in the early game in order to get your armies to be a little bit more powerful. You're trying to add up all of those boosts so that you have the, you've got the same units as the other nations.
Right.
So you got to try to figure out how you can get the upper hand.
Yeah.
All right, one of our crafters is idle.
Ooh, it's rope time.
Is it rope time? Let's
Yes.
go. And you know what? We don't have wool. We could, but we have to switch the goats out.
money. I'm saying use money.
You're
for rope.
saying? Are you saying use money?
Yeah.
Every 4 turns.
I support it. I don't always support it because I hold the purse strings. Ooh, we have a good question. Is the game open to mods? I'm happy to tell you that we're really thoughtful in creating the game to structure it in a way where modding would be possible for our players. So
sure.
that's something that we're really looking forward to and working on. 3-way tie on preferred
3-way tie.
strategy. Interesting. Science,
Titan.
industry, and believe in me.
Yeah, religion is like
Yeah.
such a powerful thing that I don't think we're going to have time to get to.
Yeah.
But if we got to religion, you unlock things called verses based on the number of followers you have for your religion, and each one of them is an individual kind of bespoke buff that only your religion has. The earlier you get to religion, the earlier you
Right.
get to theocracy, which is another government, which
Hidden
provides
gem
more buffs.
right there is
Yeah.
these religious verses, similar to the policies that you can have in your governments. They really can make a significant impact on the like buffs and bonuses that are given to your nation.
I'm rushing.
Okay, rush it, because we want to build that 3-unit formation before we're done today.
I
right?
wondered, we never did get to.
Did we give our people wine?
We have wine.
Can we give our people wine?
Yeah, we can give people wine.
So let's go back to the other city actually.
You want to take out the candles or take out the jewelry and give them
Let's
wine?
take out the jewelry and put in wine. We got to give people wine before we leave today.
It was one of our goals, wasn't it?
Right, it was.
All right, so we can.
All right, I'm going to be ready with the confetti.
You ready?
Yep. Let's see what happens with the quality of life when we put in wine. Let's do it. Yay!
We gave you wine. What more do you want from us? You have feasts. You have wine.
We are superior rulers. We've given you wine. We haven't given them cheese yet, though.
Yeah. The one small drawback to wine
is you're a little less smart, but you're happier for it.
Yeah. Much happier nation.
Much happier.
Much happier.
Wahaha.
Yeah, definitely did what we said we were going to do.
Right.
Now I'm going to build a strong military unit.
More wine. We see in the chat, and I agree.
All right, we're still at a golden age.
Yes, this would be a
City's
great
Isle.
time to build a triumph, but in this playthrough we didn't prioritize that. What I would recommend is if you do want to build an early triumph, Stonehenge is the way to go. It's one of the ones you can get to the fastest. You really need to optimize your workshops to focus on rope and lithic tool production in order to get there first.
Yeah, and we grabbed this region up here because we wanted to get to the timber, and just by passively harvesting the 3 timber, that really boosted us a lot. We have already built a fermenting pit that we put some wine in. We already built a butcher shop, which is giving us the meats. We can try to quickly build the apothecary in order to get some of the medicines.
Oh yeah.
We haven't seen that yet. Let's not do it there though.
Yeah, where do we want to? So
let's do it here.
Here.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm excited.
And then now that I've built that,
With enough wine, Psycho Typhoon says, you can make Stonehenge really fast, I bet. I would love to see your strategy for doing that.
yeah, and I'm gonna, since
Because then you ascend to a different plane, and then,
ascend to a different
you know, you just wake up and Stonehenge is built.
That is one way to say drinking too much wine is ascend to a different plane.
You're welcome.
Yes.
That's why I'm
and
the
if you
words
really drink
person.
too much wine, it's like a lower plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't go there.
It's not ascend, it's
No, no, no.
descend. Okay, so I'm
It's
gonna.
formation time.
Yeah, I like straight up like I quickly did some archers and a spearman so that I could throw the archers in the back
Right.
of the formation because I want to get this modifier, which is additional strength.
Yeah.
For
Let's
putting
look at
him in the
that.
right slot here. So like
So
if I
that's-
put,
That's a special modifier that you get because
watch, I'll do another one here. I put the archer in
Yeah.
the other slot.
It's because we put them in the right slot. So you can
Yeah.
like look at the icon there. So that's a ranged unit. And so you want to put a ranged unit there. And then we want to put
So the roll here is going to be a melee, infantry,
and
and
you
it's
put
going to
him
go in
in.
the front of the wedge.
and then that makes an extra bonus here. So yeah, that's great. That's a really thoughtful way to put together a
We're not going to
formation.
deploy them in Seoul.
No.
We don't need them there. I'm going to put them kind of right here in
Yeah.
Yangsang.
There you go.
And
And then deploy.
deploy. And it's going to take so
It'll take some turns.
it'll take a couple of turns for them to muster.
Yeah.
Not very long, just a couple of turns. And we'll wait for that wedge to show up, and then we'll see what those reserves add up to in terms of their strengths.
Yeah, Darkblood had said so many questions about the late game. Unfortunately, we only had 2 hours with you this afternoon, but there are really cool things that happen in the late game. I really love the technologies that come to the fore there, and there are some interesting narrative events you get to see too that are based on this interesting alternate history dynamic between like playing as Genghis Khan in the Singularity Age. Like, what might that be like? So that's really a fun part. And are we doing bronze working?
Yeah, we're headed to the Bronze Age. We probably won't make it by the end of the stream, but it'll be all right. Look at like even more timber. Now we could become like a super timber nation in terms of all the forest around us. I'll head towards the T.
Yeah, let's head towards the T. Let's try to move
towards
towards
it.
T in our last few minutes.
Probably won't get there, but what are you gonna do? Mustering's beginning on my units, and we have a new event.
Oh yeah.
Tribe's leader watches with disinterest as
Ooh,
one
and
of his
Suji.
people rubs his hands nervously, a sack of gold at his feet. It seems the man stole from the treasury, but the guilt was too much,
Thief.
and he came forward to return his purloined
The guilty
prize.
conscience.
Never admit to
ruler
the
is about
crime.
to cast judgment, but interested in your sense of justice, asks for your counsel.
All right, so yeah, this event inspired by this little piece of history about Desmond Tutu and restorative justice. So, okay, what might we like to do here? So we can condemn him for his crimes, which is -5 happiness, but +1 relationship.
Oh.
We can release him for his honesty,
Oh.
which gives us happiness, but makes our relationship worse. Or we can just take the gold for ourselves.
Interesting.
What's our current relationship with this tribe? They're neutral towards
Right in the
us.
middle. At this point,
What would you do?
I don't know. I think I'm gonna take the cash.
Oh, I mean,
Ruthless leader.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming forward. I will take the wealth.
okay, wow. This is a first in gameplay. We are going to take the gold for ourselves. Sorry, Desmond Tutu. I would probably have done release him for his honesty, but we want to see what happens, you know? Let's get the gold. And he loves money, so.
Money is the. There is a deep meaning. It
the name
is
of
yeah,
Ara?
Yeah.
We have a question in chat asking, you know,
Yeah.
what is the meaning behind it?
Yeah, the chat was, or the question is, what's the meaning? And the meaning is, it's a creation myth story from the western end of the Pacific. The island nations have a creation myth story where one of the birds was named Ara, and it created the sky, and there was a different creature that created the land. And that's kind of where we get our name from.
Yeah.
So we're creating the sky for you. We're giving you
Yeah.
the sky.
We're giving you the sky. You have to take care of the rest, though.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Okay, next
We
turn.
wanted to give you the
Look
space
at
to create.
this. We have.
I love how we have like a big meteorite just in the middle of our city center.
And I'm
It's
going out
like-
with a bang.
Just chill.
I'm going out with a bang. I'm
You're
not
gonna
gonna.
go to war? Are you gonna go to war with the tribe?
I'm
Do
just
it.
gonna, like,
show the people
you know
what
what?
combat looks like.
You've never really come over to our side,
Let's do it.
so I'm just gonna bombard you.
And the nice thing about archers is that you can attack from nearby. You don't need to be in the like actual same space, which protects you.
I feel good about my abilities here too, because I'm sitting here bombarding them. I'm gonna do some damage to them, and if they come over here to fight me, then I'm just gonna have my spearmen in the front, smack them around.
Ooh, nation met.
Who'd we meet?
Let's click on it and let's see.
Oh, it's Alexander. I thought it was Zephyr.
Oh.
Well met, Alexander.
Well met. Well met.
All right.
Potential friend, potential foe.
Another leader.
Yeah, let's look at his leader
that is-
trait.
Yeah, this would have been a war. We would have been at war this game, I think.
Yeah.
With Squaddle
I think that's true.
and Alexander. Great leader, awesome model.
Yeah, but he's aggressive, so
Yeah,
Be careful.
he's gonna gain his strength from hammer and anvil. The pikemen and lancer units cannot be countered. Normally they
Oh,
would
gosh.
be countered. They're both anti-cavalry units, and normally they'd be countered by infantry units. Not having a counter from infantry units like a swordsman mean that they're not going to take twice the damage from them. So if you get to pikemen and lancers
That's
with
good to
Alexander,
know.
you need to build military and go
Yeah.
while you've got that advantage. And then once you get past those eras, you don't have that advantage anymore.
thanks, Mark. That's a good tip.
Yep.
All right.
Well,
Well met. Yes. Well met, Alexander.
Try to find something to end this on. I'm gonna try to end it on maybe a battle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's click the battle button and watch what's going on there. If you click the black button.
We've got tribal warriors just.
Ooh, it's
hitting-
indirect fire.
Yeah, I'm
So,
just like taking them out.
Do you want to zoom in and see us decimating these other guys?
Yeah.
Decimating.
See all those arrows. The original artillery. We're doing lots of damage. We're putting them in really bad shape. If we want to do enough damage with the indirect fire, and then we can move in next turn.
Yeah. Do you want to move in? Let's try that. Let's
One
click-
more turn of indirect fire.
Okay. Okay.
It's all right. Orders are interrupted.
Did we
Now
do that?
look at like they are almost toast. Let's move on in.
Okay. Okay, now we're fighting in the same unit, or in the same space.
Now we are fighting in the same space.
Ooh, I think we won.
We took care of
You
them.
click the little golden button in the center,
Is it there? Yep.
this little guy,
That's why I waited one more turn so that we did a little bit more indirect fire damage.
and then we can watch
Moved
the
in.
battle.
We finished them off.
Victory! Ooh. So those are our
What a great tactic.
spearmen and our archers.
Send
yeah,
in your
they're
spearmen.
like gonzo.
And then use your archers
Yeah.
to. And there's nothing left.
Yeah.
Like eviscerated them.
Sorry, not sorry.
Now I feel really good.
Yeah, confetti time.
So we completed the Battle of Yangchung. I think that's Yangchung. If I said it wrong.
Yeah, actually, I think that's pretty good.
And we're gonna end it there.
Yeah.
We ran out of time.
But we won the battle. But we don't know if we lost the war yet.
No idea.
Yeah, no idea. We have to
We've
keep
only got
playing
about
to
like
see.
500 or 600 turns to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw, thank you for the kind words, Psycho Typhoon, and thank you everyone for joining us. It's really been a joy to play with you today, Mark. Thank you for being here
amazing.
with me. And thank you everyone who joined earlier today and on this stream. It's been really fun playing with you, seeing your comments. We hope you enjoy Our History Untold. Tell us, the things that you like about it, the things that you want us to add to the game. We're listening, we're watching, and we're excited to keep going on this adventure with you.
Yeah, final thank yous to everybody here inside studios
Yeah,
that
thank you
had to
everyone
listen
so
to us
much.
talk
Yes,
all
thanks
day
for the
long and probably were like,
production
just go home.
Yes.
Everybody in chat that came in and interacted with us, it was awesome. We had a lot of fun. We didn't
Yeah.
want this to be some stuffy thing. We just wanted to goof and
we
have
just
fun
wanna
with
have
you.
fun with you.
Play our game.
Yeah.
This game is awesome.
Play our
We
game.
worked on it. We really love it. We're going to continue with it as we go. This isn't just like ship it and be done with it. We're going to keep going. So
Yeah.
tell us what you think. Let us know what you think, and we'll try to make the
Yeah.
game better as we go forward. We've got lots of time with it. Again, thank you everybody here. You guys did amazing.
So and there was a question in chat, I remember now, like asking about the devs and coming together. So I work at Oxide, but it's really been a joy to work with our friends at Xbox like Mark and to bring this to all of you. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Xbox Game Studios, for that.
Yes.
For all the years and years and years of time you gave us.
Thank you.
Some more time for making this even better. Let's do it. And Oxide, people at Oxide, people at Starduck, people at Pipeworks, awesome work. QA, thank you so much.
Everyone. Yes, QA, the backbones of the game.
Yeah, we love you all.
Appreciate you all. Thank you, everyone, and have a good rest of your day. I hope you're playing an Aura.
See ya.